And turf, man, I was shocked that Ring Magazine. It's not even that much. It's like $70 for the year if you want both
Yeah.
digital and print. I was like,
Yep.
man, that's nothing for the.
That's a
I mean,
steal.
yeah, for the print version alone. I'd have been like,
Right.
oh, yeah.
They didn't blow the whistle there. What? That was a weird play. That was a weird play right there. It seemed like somebody went early on the left side of the ball. All right, Jeff, I think you should be rolling.
Yeah, we're good. I just double checked it. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Trying to grind out those hours now. That's the step.
It's brutal.
That's where I'm at. Well, I jumped on last night, right?
Yep.
And I went on to YouTube and looked around.
Ooh.
There was absolutely nobody on. So I'm like, screw
No,
it.
you went on. You had a whole bunch of people on last night.
Dude,
I saw you. I was on. Yeah.
I went on at 11 o'clock my time. Well, you would know. You would.
I was right next to you. Actually, you want to know where I was at?
Angelo.
You want to know where I was at? I was at Encore, the new casino in Boston. Encore Harbor.
Shit, you were only an hour away from me then.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was actually gonna stay in some little hostel like hotel right downtown, like 10 minutes away from the airport. But I ended up just playing poker.
It's like 11 o'clock last night. I'm like, screw it, I'll go on. Figured I'd go on for like an hour or two. Dude, I was on for almost 4 hours.
Right.
I picked up over 30 subs.
Yep.
I had an average of between 60 to 80 people in the channel at all times watching and chatting. Yep. I got well over 10,000 views last night in that time frame. And I did it with that vertical. I've been doing the vertical for the last week. Right. And what a difference it makes just making that change. Because it shows up on a shorts feed.
Right. It shows up
everywhere. Through, because most of the people are doing it on their phones. So they're doing the scroll through on their phone, and it fits that format on the phone. It's just a perfect mix. So I was like, I'm going to keep doing it that way. This is perfect.
Are you using StreamYard, Jeff?
Yeah. It works. I love it. It's perfect. I hooked up with Leo. So yeah, it works beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Well, I guess LV Raider 10 and myself that do the Thursday night Raiders coast to coast, we were using the VDO thing, the same thing that Trev's got set up.
Right.
We went to use it Thursday night for our show, and he went to log into it. Now, we hadn't done a show in a couple of weeks because of all the holidays, and everything, screwing everything up with our time schedule. The system had changed. I guess it wouldn't let him into it without paying for it now. It wasn't free anymore.
The video?
Yeah, whatever it is that you guys, this system that you're using.
It'll always be 100% free.
Well, whatever he was using before was free, and now it's not anymore. So I was like, well,
he's probably using something that was maybe a paid version. Because I'll be honest, I don't mind telling the game. I use everything. I'm not gonna lie, it's not illegal. I use Video Ninja. I use OBS.
I'd say OBS.
I use Stream Elements. I use Scorecard. I use a lot of different stuff, but it's all free. It doesn't cost.
Yeah. So we just
Real talk, Raider Nation in the building. 805 was cracking. What's happening, Jeff, Turf, and Angela? Good seeing you guys. Good seeing you too, man. Now you got something popping off today. Hey, if this ends, if y'all are still on, absolutely, I'm coming through. I would love to chop it up on some film, man. That's something I haven't been able to do with anybody but myself, really, and I haven't done like a straight up, like let's break it down block for block, things like that. I would love to do that. So absolutely, both show. We'll figure that out. All right, so L11 came across the post about Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. Ryan was talking about he's willing to take a drug test, but he's taking it a month before the fight. But Devin wasn't cool.
And you'll see that fight come through L11 again. That's what it was pretty neat to see in the Ring Magazine Awards. All these people that are rivals are all like sitting with each other. I mean, like they had Oscar De La Hoya, who basically talks so much shit about Canelo, and they're like 2 feet from each other. And there's a lot. Again, with essentially with Turki Al-Sheikh being in charge of boxing now, all these
Right.
fights that you want to see, you're going to see it.
Right.
It's just going to come down to timing, is all. But yeah, but again, man, L11. If you are watching boxing, if you have not seen Jai Apataya versus David Nika, which just happened last week Wednesday in Australia, that was a huge event. So let me put it to you in terms that maybe like a Turf would understand this. So Turf, you remember a guy by the name of David Tua?
Of course.
Okay. Jeff, do you know who David Tua is?
No idea.
Boxer.
Okay, so all right. So back in the day, he was probably the best puncher we never saw win a world title because Lennox Lewis dominated during that time. Jai Apataya, Turf, is basically David Tua on steroids, bro. Like, he's crazy good. He moved like Pacquiao at cruiserweight. It's insane how good this kid is, and he's only 27.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, L11. Check out Jai Apataya, man. He just fought, and they're talking about if he can unify cruiserweight, then maybe before Usyk leaves heavyweight, you're gonna see Usyk fight Jai Apataya at some point.
That would be a wild fight. That would be a fight of the year. Candidate slash super.
You're just shaking my head. Yeah, it would be because I have no clue. So I'm like,
we just gotta catch you up. It's all right, Jeff. We just gotta catch you up. But like, fight of the year was Usyk Fury 1. Did you get?
Hey, they gonna hurry up.
Yeah.
They gonna hurry up. Yeah, they gonna hurry up. Ooh, yeah, they changed everything. He's another good running back. Dude, I'm telling you, there are a lot of good running backs. We just need to go get them. I mean, we
need to get the right one going forward.
Well, we have one. We have one in McCormick. I don't care what anybody says. That's my guy. He's formidable when he's healthy. I mean, hey, that's going to be a knock on him his entire career. But if he can come in healthy and be number 1 or 2 for next year after the person we draft, I really don't know if there's anybody worth going to get. What do y'all think? I don't know. Yeah. There's nobody I'm thinking of like, yeah, we gotta go get, from free agency. I would actually, I wouldn't be mad at drafting 2 quarterbacks. I mean, running backs. I mean, 2 running backs. Yeah, I meant.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. A lot of people talking about drafting 2, and a lot of the mock drafts I've seen that people taking 2 running backs for the most part too.
Yep. I wouldn't be mad at it.
There was a mock draft. It was 2 days ago. I saw somebody post on Facebook, and I even commented on it. I said that might be.
That's a late hit. Where's the flag? That's a late hit.
It might be one of the best mock drafts I've seen so far this off season.
That was a late hit. I am a Jaden fan. Oh, that's a late hit. He's way out of bounds, bro.
Wow.
He's way out of bounds. That's not.
I mean, he put him airborne on that hit.
His foot is out. He's all the way out. He's out when he hit him. I don't see how that's not. I'm biased. I admit it though. I'm biased. I am a Jaden Daniels fan. I can't help myself.
Damn, that was a violent landing, that's for sure.
It was, right? Thunder and lightning.
I'll tell you, did you watch the Green Bay game before this one?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing Green Bay's not going on to play next week because I think half their team ended up in the locker room during the game and injuries.
Oh, messed up.
They lost a shit ton of guys today.
Bro, hey, pigs. I don't know how anybody can't remember Chris Johnson and White. Bro, that was one of the best 1-2 punches of all time, in my opinion. Johnson alone was just murderous, man. He had a 2,000-yard season, didn't he?
Oh, with the Titans, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. Him and
Yeah.
D'Angelo. Is it D'Angelo White? No, it was he came from USC. White.
I remember the first name.
I can't think of his first name either.
Chris Johnson was
He ran a 4.240. He was fast as all hell.
Was it C2K or whatever? Yeah. Oh, dude, that kid was fast, man.
It's gonna bother me now. What was his name? Lindell White. Tennessee Titans running back. Yep, Lindell. He was huge, man. He was a big boy. Jaden Daniels. This dude is just dangerous. Yeah, except for that hitting hitting out of bounds, he don't take big hits. Y'all notice that? He doesn't take big hits at all. He could have threw it to his running back on the left. Wide open.
What the fuck is that?
Yep, Lindell White. Yeah, he was a big dude. That was one of the best 1-2 punches I recall. I mean, now the modern 1-2 punch, in my opinion, it's the Detroit Lions, bro.
Oh, Swift and Montgomery.
Oh my God, not Swift.
I mean Gibbs.
Jesus, they're monsters. They are absolute monsters. And they both get a minimum of 10 touches a game.
All I know is this weekend was a good weekend because not only did the Chargers lose, the Denver Broncos lost. Now we just got to hope we hit the trifecta next week and the Kansas City Chiefs get knocked out.
Right.
That would be beautiful.
Hey, they got a podcast together, L11. Shoot me the link to that in the name. I would love to listen to that. Ooh.
Did you see that cut on Jaden Daniels' face? Almost looks like a boxing cut. Right on the bone of the cheek, like right on the cheekbone.
Oh wow. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, they just showed it.
Telling you, man, this Jaden Daniels kid, nothing phases him.
No, I'll be the first to admit I thought he needs some more weight. He doesn't look. He plays like he Cam Newton.
Watch when he wipes it and you see what it looks like afterwards. It looks like God damn it, they didn't show it. It looks like literally a cut you would see on the orbital bone on a boxer.
Yeah, they showed it over here. I don't know what station y'all watching. Yep, most likely from that leg hit, right? Right there. I'm a fan, but that was a late hit. I don't care. I wasn't being biased. They just didn't even call it because it's the playoffs. It's what was out of bounds. I mean, the guy hit him when he was done.
That's a tough defense to try and run up the middle on, man. Good luck on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, good Lord.
That was pretty tough.
I mean, shit, pretty much you gave them the ball and they were already right there. Sir, if I was watching you before I came on while I was eating and I heard you talking about the coaching and everything and
yes.
the searching that we're doing,
Yep.
I won't disagree at all. I mean, I'm fine with either coach, but I really wouldn't mind a Pete Carroll coming in, to be honest with you.
That's who I want.
It would not bother me at all. Because we were talking about this the other night when I was on with Leo and them, and we were talking about different coaches and everything. I said, I would love to just like sit in on that interview with Pete Carroll, just because of the type of personality he is. I think he's such a down-to-earth type of human.
Right.
You know, he relates extremely. I mean, just watch his sideline antics with the players.
Right.
He relates to the young players, even at his older age in the coaching ranks and being the head coach. The players respond to him. I just think it would be an entertaining interview with him. I really do. You know, it's like, let's stream that shit. Somebody get in there and film this and put it on the internet so we can watch the interview.
Right. That would be pretty good.
I wouldn't be upset if it's Ben Johnson also, but yeah, I would really. I don't have a problem.
I would be upset. I would be upset because it's basically you're telling me we're going to go through the same situation. Oh, that's a late hit. And he hit him low. Is that what the flag is for? You're not supposed to hit low like that. Ugh, that's not good. Yeah, that's not good.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a season ender right there. That's
That
what that
is. That is a season ender. Hopefully he's fine. Looks fine. Did y'all see last week? Well, it was either last week or the week before where he got bent backwards.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That was nasty too.
Yeah. I couldn't believe he got up from it. I was like, oh. I was like thinking of Robert Griffin III right when that happened. I was like, here we go again.
Right. Now that you say that, L11, I remember hearing something about it. We're looking out. Definitely check that out. Yeah, Pigs. I'm good with Pete. If he has a protege similar to Jesse Minter with the Chargers. Yeah, I don't care what happens. I just know that Pete Carroll will come in here and restore some kind of decency. Some kind of consistency and a real, true, solid base that you can build on for years. That's just my honest, true, my feelings. He's gonna come in and lay down the law, but in the players coach kind of way. He's built teams all over, right? I mean, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, have you talked to everybody yet about the fact that because it feels like, Brady is definitely in charge, that all of our players that are already not, that are already under final contracts, like Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones, and that they're all not going to get re-signed?
Oh, they're not.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if you're doing a full reset, like, it's gonna be whoever.
I highly doubt they don't re-sign anyway. That would make sense.
Because you know what I'm saying, right? Like you got 10 picks at the draft, and if it's the Tom Brady show, then basically, why would he? Like for example, you think about someone like Jack Jones, right? Well, why
Jack Jones is gone. He should be.
He without a doubt he's gone.
Right.
He should be.
But I mean, again, with so many different players that are up, it actually, in a lot of ways for me, it made the draft even more exciting because now I really don't know who we're going to get at the 6th spot. Because like if anyone knows how to find a quarterback, I would think it'd be Tom Brady, who would know how to find one, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
So why would he sit there and go, why am I going to waste the number 1 pick on a quarterback that I don't think is that game changing when we could get Abdul Carter right now? And if, for example, for me, I would personally love to see them pay Max Crosby however much money they need to pay him so that he stays a Raider forever, and then we build around Max. But can you imagine our number 6 pick being someone like Abdul Carter, Mason Graham, let's build around Max Crosby, right? Even a Will Johnson would be a killer, to build around Max Crosby, and we become like a defense-heavy team. Which, by the way, Tom Brady won, I think, his first 4 Super Bowls because of a defense-heavy team. Am I wrong?
The Patriots' defense had a huge impact on all of that went on with them. Right. Their defense, some of their defenses through the years were the best they've ever had, or the best in the league.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Y'all aren't gonna like what I have to say, but I'm ready. I'm ready for Max to be set free.
Oh, I've already said that. I've been saying that for the last week and a half.
No man.
But at what cost, though, Turf? At what
cost? I mean, we're not going to get
it ain't going to cost us anything.
But I mean, we still have them for 1 year. So if we were going to trade them out, what do you want back?
Do we have them for 2? Do we still have them for 2 years?
Oh, do we have them for 2?
That's what I thought.
I don't
could be
know,
wrong.
But I think he should be set free.
Let's put it this way: he right now at his current situation, he's as most valuable as you're going to get going forward.
Right.
It's only going to start going down. So my feeling is, if teams come calling, you answer that phone, you listen to what they got to offer,
right.
You counter if you have to, and I'm sorry, but if it's 2 first-round picks, one this year, one next year, guess what, Max? Been great having you here.
Right.
I appreciate it. Come back to us in 4 years. Maybe by then we're ready to win the Super Bowl. You can win one with us and retire as a Raider.
There you go. Bingo. I'm in the same boat.
I
Shout out
am not
John
opposed.
Leon. I'll be hitting you up there in a second.
I have no problem with gain, because right now we're in an extreme need of draft equity. We need as many picks as possible to restock this team, and we need to work it in free agency. But again, for us to sit here and talk about we should take this guy, we should get that guy, none of it really matters until we know who's going to be the head coach, who's going to be the coordinators, and who's the GM, and we know their tendencies or their history. Once that's all decided, game on. Let's start getting into the meat and potatoes.
Well, Jeff, his cap number, Max Crosby's cap number for 2025 is $28 million. It's a non-guaranteed salary, though. And then in 2026, when you were saying we do have them for 2 years, it's also a non-guaranteed salary at $25 million.
So in other words,
we do have them for 2 years.
We do have them for 2 years, yes. But it works better in our favor, or for his favor, actually, because if we trade him away, then it's his chance to work a new contract with that team and get a little bit guaranteed money, because right now he's got no guarantees. He's done, because that's ultimately what he's going to want. This is his last chance to restructure and get a payday.
Right.
Yeah, and he's definitely getting his payday. He already basically lost.
I just hate that, again, I'm watching Josh Jacobs turf today, and I'm saying to myself, we shouldn't have let him go, man. We should have just franchise tagged him.
I hear what you're saying, but I got a question for you.
Okay.
Where do you think we will be if we kept him?
Where do I think he'll be?
Where do you think we would have been this season if we kept him?
Oh yeah, no, I understand what you're saying too, Turf.
And it's better to let him go get his money and go play some playoff football, right? I mean, that is the honest truth. We did him a favor, and I guarantee you, in the long run, he's going to be thankful about that. He sees it from that perspective, as opposed to the other way of, y'all didn't want to pay me, because the truth is, it makes no sense to pay you, and you know what I'm saying. You're going to be sitting on the sidelines every, playoff with us.
Right.
That's just really the facts, because we're not ready yet. We don't have a team.
And how our offensive line was, we would have got him killed.
Murdered.
He would have been injured. Guaranteed he would have been fucked up.
Raiders. What's cracking, my guy? Pull up, man.
My argument again to it, Turf and Jeff, about why we shouldn't let Max Crosby go is we just saw how quickly teams can turn around. I mean, Denver was ass, and so was the Chargers, and this year they made it to the playoffs. And when you think about the Chargers, they didn't give away Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa. If you think about Denver, they didn't give away their key. In fact, Singleton got hurt, but they didn't give him away.
What's up, Chris?
That's what I mean is, why would we give away the guy that not only probably sells the most merchandise for the Raiders, but he's the character of the team. You don't throw him away. You already said
I don't think they threw him away though. I mean, they sent him to a playoff team. They could have threw him away and sent him to the Saints or something. You know what I mean? They actually did right by Josh Jacobs.
We gave him a second life, really.
We did him a favor in a lot of ways. Yeah. I think a lot of people will look back at that, and when they see it from that perspective, right, say yes. It'd be no different from Max Crosby. Like Max won't leave on his own, but we should force Max to leave because, A, like you said, we'll get something in return that'll be valuable to build a base on, and he'll start winning some games that are meaningful.
I mean, but Turf, it's the Myles Garrett argument, right? If that was the case,
Myles Garrett is going too. He's going to go somewhere worth winning, and that's rightfully so. Rightfully so. Somebody's TV just came up. Wow.
Mine's on mute.
Oh wait, maybe somebody's. Oh yeah. I think. Yep, Chris. He don't know he's in it.
Excuse me.
There we go. Oh, y'all couldn't hear it because it was the other side. Now you could probably hear what I'm talking about. What up, Chris? You are in the building.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, Chris?
Oh, man. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, fine.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, I changed up the view so we got a better look.
Oh. Okay.
We're talking about. I was just stating my case, Chris, as to why I don't want to trade away Max Crosby, and I just want to keep him and build around him.
Right. No, it makes sense. I would love it too, man. But building around him. So, how much longer do you think Max really honestly has? How much longer? He's in his 6th year.
Yeah, but he's only 27, Turf. So if we're going by how okay, so that's like saying, how much longer does Bobby Wagner have? He's playing tonight, dude. That's the same Bobby Wagner that was with the Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? And he's having a career year
but he's not in his prime and actually really doing it. Right? He's just go ahead.
But you know what? You can't compare Bobby Wagner to Max Crosby. They play total different position.
That too.
Bobby Wagner is not banging against 300-pound linemen all
every single play.
No,
I agree.
Wait. Wagner plays linebacker. He played Mike, then he plays Sam. So he's not banging against 300-pound linemen 24 hours a day. So he's going to have a little more durability.
Oh, all right. So, Chris, to your point, I just want to say, how about a guy by the name of Calais Campbell, who almost made it to the playoffs this year, playing with the Miami Dolphins? And in fact, if Miami wanted to do him a solid, they should have just released him so he could be in one of these playoff teams. And he actually mattered this year. And Calais Campbell is old. You want to talk about old? So if
he's
Max
like
Crosby,
dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying is if Max Crosby has another even 10 years, it's worth it to keep him, right? But I'm talking about the fact that we haven't seen him at his peak yet. Turf, it's like, why would we let Max Crosby go when he hasn't hit that Alexander Usyk peak yet? He hasn't hit his peak yet.
Because our team is terrible. We have so many holes that we need to fill that it's not going to matter that he's on our team. No different than JJ because he's not going to be winning for years. We have at minimum. See, and that's the thing. People are seeing these other teams do stuff, and maybe turn it around in 2 or 3 years. I don't think people understand how bad of a dysfunction we have at the Raiders, and it's going to take way more than 2 or 3 years.
And a lack of talent in a lot of positions too.
Not only, hey, everything starts from the top. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest here. Our front office has been dog, you know what? Period, across the board. They don't treat players right. They don't treat the players' families right. They don't treat the coaches right. So, I mean, what makes you think we're going to just turn that around overnight? It's not going to. We've been so dysfunctional and bad for 20 years. 20.
I know. Okay, but
we're just going all of a sudden 3 years from now because we make one change that makes sense. Now it's going to be 2-3 years and we win.
Turf, let me just say this, and then I'll let you go, Jeff.
Yeah.
Were we worse than the Washington Commanders We were not. We were
yes,
not.
No, absolutely we were.
We
no,
were
absolutely we were.
Okay.
Absolutely we were. I would say yes, we were.
I would say yes. We were bad in our office. The Washington Commanders had a bad owner and president. We had bad in all levels. In the
everything across the
all
board.
All of them. They had one guy 3 years ago who was sitting there embezzling money from the organization. Mark Davis found out and finally found out. Right. He was stealing money from the organization.
Dude, we are the most dysfunctional, delusional fan base, too.
You tell me I was part of it. Or not.
I was part of it. I know what I'm talking about. I was part of this optimistic delusion and fantasy world too, and I'm no longer in those streets.
Come on, Term.
I don't do those streets.
You gotta stay hopeful, but
I'm hopeful. No, absolutely. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just letting y'all know the truth. Like
I don't know. He is wearing a Redskins jersey.
Yeah, he got the wrong jersey tonight. So I don't know. No, we switching.
Nah, man, it's Doug Williams.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I
love Doug Williams. I love that watching Doug Williams.
There you go. We watching the Redskins for the first time in the playoffs in how long?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. No,
but look what happened. They got new ownership and they started making the right moves immediately. We're never gonna get that.
Well, they got the whole organization out.
Tom Brady is not. So this is the other thing you got to understand about Tom Brady, the Patriot way, etc. It's ingrained in him no matter what he thinks he's going to or want to do. But that style takes patience, and that's not what the NFL has anymore. Now, since he's owner,
that's what the fan base doesn't have either.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, because he's owner, we have a better chance at doing it now because we know that Brady has a backbone. Brady's not going to care about what the fans say. Unlike Mark. Mark just coddled to the fans a lot. Let's be honest. That's how we got AP. You know what I mean? He didn't want to make the same mistake like right when he went Versace because we yelled at him for that. He's been listening to the fans. We are the last people to listen to. I'm sorry. We just are.
Yeah, because we're stupid at the time.
It's okay. Listen,
it don't make sense.
It's okay to listen to your fans because they are paying you by buying your tickets.
Nah, you know what I mean.
Wait. It's okay to listen to your fans because they're buying your tickets and your merchandise stuff and your food in the stadium. Yeah. But at the point of listen to them, but you have to make the right decisions. You can't just say this and that. The fans told me to start Minshew, so I'm gonna do it. No, that ain't the right decision. You make the best decision for your team to bring the fans in. That's what I'm saying.
Right. No, you're right about it.
It's sort of point that you can listen to them, but like take my own decision. My team, I own it, not you.
Right.
There's one. I'll tell you what. Something that happened this week, just in the last day or two, that gives me even more hope for the future of this team, is the fact that we brought in an outside headhunter to help, vet these coaches, these potential coaches and head coach, assistant coaches, and a GM, and the guy that they brought in is extremely successful at his job. You look at the coaches that he's had a hand in hiring for these other NFL teams and in the basketball ranks too. These aren't coaches that he just found them a job and then within 2 years they were gone. These are long-term coaches, successful coaches too, that have won championships and have actually done things to sustain a team for a long time frame. So by bringing him in, there's Judd Hughes. That's huge. That's something we've never really done before. If we have, it wasn't like a top-notch guy. This guy's head of his class when it comes to this. If anybody looks and researches him and what he's done and what he's been a part of, it's a bright spot in all this bullshit that we've just gone through for the last week. And bullshit, I mean, I know people didn't want AP and everything. It's just the way everything was handled this week. Right. It's just part of that whole dysfunction with this team. Nope, it just was not done right in my eyes.
I understand. Antonio Rios. Why not trade for Dak? Been trying to push this idea for 2 months now. I don't see a quarterback in this draft or next year that calls for a 1-5 draft pick. Don't see anyone we can sign that is worth it. Antonio, I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I'm definitely not trading up for anybody else.
Oh hell no!
I'm not
No,
trading
no.
up. I'm not giving anything up. I'm not doing any of that. So
That's the worst move we could make.
That's not this year. It's not worth it. Because I mean, these guys might be good. They might be all stars on their right, but I wouldn't give up my future for these two unproven quarterbacks.
no.
Mm-mm.
Especially you got a new regime. Especially you got a new regime coming in. You got a new thing. You got new executives and everybody else coming in. You know, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I want to keep our sixth pick because we got a chance to get an impact player immediately that can start from day one on this team.
Right. No, absolutely.
Jeff, who do you want at number 6 if he's there? Who's your go-to for number 6?
I want history to repeat itself. I want the kid from Arizona.
That's it.
Arizona, you said?
I don't think he'll be there by the time 6 gets there.
Salute, Bear Raider. Huh?
I don't think he'll be there by the time we get
No,
there.
I don't think he will either, but he asked
I mean,
what
you
I
got-
want if they fell.
you got
That's what I want.
You got Travis Hunter. That guy gonna go before we get to him, maybe.
Well, there's talk of Hunter not coming out now in the draft.
Who?
His father supposedly, I've been reading shit on Travis Hunter where his dad wants him to stay another year because he's still got a year of eligibility.
Yeah, he does. And plus, they got.
I doubt he stays. He's gonna get the bag.
I do too, but I'm kind of hoping he comes out because then that means 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the 2 quarterbacks and him, more than likely. And then, so now you got 3 players that I know I want at number 6. It's Abdul Carter, T-Mac, and the kid Johnson from Michigan.
Right.
We're going to get one of those 3 because the other 2 are definitely probably going to go before us.
Right.
I'd rather have Abdul Carter from Penn State.
That's who I want, too.
Those 3.
Hey, everybody
I just don't have faith. I don't have faith in the cornerbacks going in the first round. I just don't have faith in that anymore. I lost that. Maybe because of the Raiders, what they did, but I just don't have faith in that. Quarterbacks
I'd be
in the first
fine with
round.
doing out of those 3. I like Johnson, but I would probably go Carter first. If he's going and T-Mac's there, then T-Mac for sure.
Yeah.
Because again, it's somebody that can have an immediate impact on this team and play from the
Washington
start.
up. 10-3. Washington up. Field goal made.
Because you get Will from Michigan. That's it for Jack Jones. Done. He's done. Oh
Yeah, Jack Jones.
I think Jack Jones will probably be out here anyway in a little while because AP's not there protecting.
Right.
Oh, he's going no matter what. Whether he,
It's time for him to be gone though. He got all he deserved, and he's not gonna improve without AP. That's just
he's not a bad player. He just sometimes misjudge and take too many risks. Just play the man. Trying to go for the pick every time. Like, come on, man. Can't get them every time. I'm behind you.
I know with Thursday Night Turf when you were on with Spence and Dead in the Water, and I was watching you guys, and Spence was talking about how the rumor has it the Patriots are really looking at it, and that's when I started typing in the chat. I'm like, no, the Patriots don't want him. They want that wide receiver. That's who you want to take. You don't want to take Andre Carter. I mean, in all honesty, the Patriots need a wide receiver. So I mean, they don't have a playmaker on that side.
Nothing.
They have none.
Nothing.
I'm telling you, the Patriots are not missing many pieces to be competitive again in their division.
Not
at all.
And now with the coach they have.
No, with the coach, they got a quarterback. They've got Ramondre Stevenson as your running back. You got a good tight end in Henry Hunter. Your defense is good. You just need somebody to get the ball when the quarterback throws it. That's the problem. You have no bona fide number 1 wide receiver over there. Right. It's incredible that this kid did as a rookie with what he had for talent to throw to. Yep. But that just goes to show you how good of a player this kid really is.
He's the truth.
I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back to with you and Rated Rebels on, Jeff.
Yeah.
And I was getting irritated
He said I was getting it.
No disrespect to Red Rebel, I like him. I'm a subscriber. I subscribe to everything. I watch him,
Right.
but Josh Jacobs is not here anymore. Let him go.
Yeah.
And my thing, it's midnight.
You know
That's
where your
me.
children are.
No, I wish he would have stayed, but he
say,
did.
can you say?
Like I said, I wish they could have kept him, but they didn't.
Right.
And to be honest with you, do you think he can run like he did when he was with us this past year? No. When he got on yards after that prior year, he had the top 10 offensive line in the NFL that time.
Well,
There's no way possible. There's no possible way he could have ran like that against.
No, with this.
And I saw that run he had made, almost got a touchdown. Yeah, they got a line. He don't got that here.
Right.
Anyway,
and that's what I said.
Look at Baker Mayfield, boys. Look at Baker.
Yeah,
y'all are watching the game, aren't y'all?
Yeah, it's on. I
ain't gonna lie, I'm watching the game.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm behind a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm behind. I'm watching.
So fair Raider with Johnson and Brady running things, I'm even more convinced Sanders is the target. I agree with you, fair Raider, and I think you want to know what else I'll say while I'm watching this. I think they may have gotten rid of Tom Telesco because he wasn't going to be winning. So
no, I don't think he wasn't. They probably asked him.
That's what I'm saying. So
he probably said, "No, I'm gonna stay my 6 and pick the best." Nope, get out of here. Here's the door. Bye bye.
Evans, it's what we dealing with.
You know, and that's probably one of my weaknesses too. With talking about the NFL and everything is GMs. I don't know GMs.
Right.
Like I can't sit and be. I mean, I can sit in on a conversation and might throw in a little 2 cents here and there, but when it comes to when people want to start talking about who do you think's a good GM to come in here, I honestly don't know.
No.
You know who I know about GMs about? I know about Pioli.
Yep.
I know about Telesco, and I knew about him before he came to us because I knew the Chargers. I knew like Lynch, guys like that. Other than that, like I heard a name the other day, Agnew. I had to look it up. I have no clue who he was or where he came from. This other guy from Tampa, Spy Tech, somebody throw a picture up of him. I'm like, well, it looks like with his name because he looks like a CIA agent. He's in a suit with dark glasses. I'm waiting for an earpiece in his ear or something.
Right.
I don't know general managers. I don't know who's good, who's bad.
Right.
I mean, honestly, though, Jeff, I really think that the Tom Brady being an owner is something that Mark Davis really wanted to push, because for the longest time, Mark Davis kept saying, he loves the team, he loves the Raiders, the whole bit.
He doesn't know football.
About football, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I honestly believe this in a lot of ways. It just relieves Mark Davis of his duties. Like he's kind of like, okay, great, now we have an owner. Like this isn't John Elway where I hired him to be president of operations. This guy's got skin in our whole team. He's an owner.
Yeah.
So now I feel like, if anything, it's going to become more like Jerry Jones. I think that Tom Brady has a lot more power than a lot of people are not saying. Like, I think Tom Brady's sitting there, and I think maybe the reason why he let Telesco go was more so for him to be like, well, I'm going to make a lot of these calls anyways.
Right.
So whoever the next GM is, whoever that might be, that's why when you were saying, Jeff, the Pete Carroll thing, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think Pete Carroll's great, but I think the Pete Carroll thing will only work if Tom Brady and Pete Carroll get along. And I don't know if there's a relationship there.
True.
The Ben Johnson thing is,
True.
Ben Johnson is a kid. I mean, Tom Brady, I think, is older than Ben Johnson.
He is. There's no think about it. Ben Johnson is
Brady's in
30
his 40s
years
already,
old.
so.
Yeah. So Ben Johnson's a kid. So the way Tom Brady would see it is, okay, cool. You'll be my Jimmy Johnson, and I will be Jerry Jones. And we're going to go ahead and run this ship the way it should be run. And I think that, again, like, for us who are the fans, like you said, Turf, we're the worst people to listen to if you want some advice, right? So then I have to again remain. I think Chris used the word hopeful, right? I have to remain hopeful that if the greatest quarterback of all time who was the 199th pick, doesn't know who to get, then I don't know what to tell you, man. Because I bet you that guy is sitting there right now going, yeah, I don't know if I really want Shedeur Sanders if we got to give up anything. And if anything, I could see Tom Brady going, wait a minute. Oh, the board's falling pretty good. Let's trade down. Let's trade down to somebody who's desperate, who wants to get so-and-so because they think T-Mac is such a big deal. And in Tom Brady's head, he's like, no, what we need is the next, defensive, like the next thing that's going to build our team. So I could see us trading down from 6 and then getting all of these pieces like that you're talking about.
Nah, I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because think about it. If we let Trayvon Moore go, and I'm not saying we are, right, Turf? This is for the sake of our though.
Right.
He does not have a contract anymore. Trayvon Morig is a free agent, right? Trayvon Morig has already said he'd like to trust free agency. Well, if you're Tom Brady, you're sitting there going, great, go test free agency.
Right.
And if we don't get you back, there's a kid by the name of Malachi Starks from Georgia that I can get in the lower bracket of 20. Like, we can end up having 2 first-round picks in the lower half, getting, I'm just throwing these things out there because
right. Real quick, shout out John B in the building. I got you, man. I'm gonna definitely read this out and we'll go over it. But I gotta go to my guy Wolfpack. Go Wolfpack. Go Broncos. Even though we got beat today.
What's up, Robert Pena? How you doing, buddy?
Man, for showing up. Hope you enjoyed the show, and thank you for the super chat as always, man. Those are always welcome to appreciate. And once again, thank you. And I mean, I do kind of feel for you because y'all got spanked. I think y'all, it looked good. I was scared for a minute. I was like, man, I thought y'all were gonna come out gangs of busting. Came right down the field, bomb. Didn't work out. Shout out to Go Wolfpack. And Baker Mayfield scored touchdown. Wow.
Hey man,
can I ask a question right quick before we get into
go ahead.
This is revolving Friday night. Where are the Charger fans in the chat? Friday night they were blowing the chat up. Friday night, where are they? Where are you guys at?
Right,
I'm waiting.
That's true, right? That's true.
Well, they were non-existent on my show last night when I went on. Not a single one of them showed up.
I told
they were quiet.
Very quiet.
As good and talented as Justin Herbert is, Turf, all I know of him in the playoffs is he choked it twice. I've seen him choke it twice already. So
that's all I want to say.
He's the Chargers version of Derek Carr, plain and simple.
Yeah,
plays great during the season. Plays great during the season. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're going to make the playoffs. We had a great season. We got a lot of wins, whatever.
Right.
You can't get it done.
Cannot get it done.
Just fails every time.
Cannot get it done. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you're right.
It's like that curse. Some players just have a curse against them, and they just can't get over that hump.
Yep.
Will he get over it? Who knows? I mean, how was your coach? I mean, there's always a chance.
See, the Bronco fans wasn't blowing a shut up. They were, we there. But the Charger fan was just going off, going crazy, and they're going to win.
Nasty.
Win
They're not nasty.
everything.
They were just belligerent.
It was just disgusting. Like,
yeah.
You guys ain't won nothing yet, and it still won't win nothing now. But
honestly, they shouldn't have even been in it, Chris. Like, the Bengals really should have been in the playoffs, man.
Correct.
Yeah, but the Chiefs didn't want to play the Bengals.
They knew that. They didn't want to play them.
They didn't want, because they know Joe Burrow is the Chief killer.
Yeah, Joe, Chris, that's a duck. That's what we call it, duck and boxing. They were ducking. And I heard Travis Kelce, he's like, oh, we'll play in the parking lot. That's what boxers say when they duck somebody already. Like, you already had a chance, man, to make a deal. You didn't want to make a deal.
No, we're not scared of you. It's just, yeah, you are. Why you ducking? I'm right here, right now. Let's go.
And honestly, I think that was a bad move for the Chiefs, man, because what if they would have just beat Denver then Bengals come in and Bengals eliminate the Bills. Because I think the Bills is the scary one. If I'm the Chiefs, I'm scared of the Bills, man.
I'm not. I'll be worried about the Ravens.
You think the Ravens are? You think the Ravens are going to beat the Bills, Chris?
I think the Ravens learned last year what happened. They should have won. They messed up on a few plays. I don't think they play Chiefs again. And Chiefs are not as good as an offense as they used to be. I think the Ravens learned, like, they got the same coach, most of the same players, and got some better players. That's it. We remember last year. We're not going to let that happen again. So Chiefs should be more scared of the Ravens than anybody.
Right.
If they match up.
Okay, so here's my argument to it, Chris.
Because one thing. It wasn't for Zay Flowers acting stupid on that big catch.
Yeah.
They would have been ahead. That was a touchdown. But he acted stupid. He's a rookie. So, yeah, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying the reason why I think the Ravens, and I believe me, man, I wanted the Ravens to make it to play the Chiefs, but I think it'll end up being Bills versus the Chiefs unless the Texans could upset them. Is the Bills to me?
That'd be beautiful.
Kind of like you'll like
so
this, Turf.
awesome.
The Bills, the way they play, to me, they're kind of like Terrence Crawford, Turf. Like they can play all the styles, man. Like
hey!
Like,
don't use my boy for a reference, man. Don't use my boy.
Like the Bills.
You can say Wilder or something like that, but don't.
But stylistically wise, and you know what I'm talking about, Turf. Turf knows that when we're breaking it down, it's just. I feel like the Bills can switch it up on you on any given game. It can end up being James Cook. It can be Ty Johnson. It could be Khalil Shakir. It could be Amari Cooper. It could be Keon Coleman. Like, it could be Dalton Kincaid. Like, they have so many different things. You never, like, how do you game plan against someone like that, right? And I think with the Ravens, like, and especially with Zay Flowers getting hurt, I hope he'll be able to play on the next game. But the Ravens are kind of like Canelo. Like, I know what you're going to do. Like, I know you're not going to, but I mean, I'm not saying you're not good at it, though. You're really good at the inside, the trenches, the run game, the whole bit. Like, I get
compared
it.
to Canelo, you keep comparing to Canelo, but I didn't see anybody beat him yet.
Canelo got beat? What are you talking about? Canelo got beat bad.
Oh, he got beat, but he still won.
No, Chris.
He's lost.
No, he's lost. He's lost. He got his ass whooped by Floyd Mayweather, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Oh my God,
he's not defeated.
Chris,
he's not defeated, but he won. I'm not a boxing fan like you and Turf.
Hey, go
watch boxing now and then, but I know what I see.
Right.
Canelo still winning. He won more than he lose.
He's pound for pound. He's one of the top fighters we have in the sport. I'm just saying that. He ain't undefeated. That's why when me and Turf talk about all-time greats, we don't exactly have Canelo up there yet because he's not. I mean, I'm just keeping it real. He got his ass beat by Bivol, and I'm not hating on you if you're trying
rightfully so. I mean, it was not.
You got your ass beat by Bivol, right?
I get it. But he still won more than he's losing. So.
Oh yeah, no. It's just like the Ravens. The Ravens won more than they losing, but they ain't made it to the chip yet. And there's a reason why Lamar Jackson hasn't made it up there yet, man. It's tough. So
because he can't do it. That's the problem.
Nah, it's that dude called Patrick Mahomes, man. That's
true.
It's really
not
that's
to
what
say
it
his
is.
name.
If Patrick Mahomes wasn't there, he's already beat the Bills. He's already, you know what I mean? That's nothing to do with it. I think it's.
I didn't want to say Mahomes' name. You
well, that's what it is.
You know what?
That's why nobody else has won it, bro. That's really.
This competition might be loot if the Jets can upset the Chiefs. So we don't know.
Right.
I hope they do. Oh, I would love to see the Texans upset the Chiefs. CJ Stroud, bro, I love that kid. I wanted him. I thought we were gonna get him. He was during that year of I think it was the COVID draft or whatever. He was here for a boxing match. He was already talking to Mark Davis. And it already looked like we were gonna get CJ Stroud. So I was already sitting there going, "This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna get CJ Stroud."
They actually created a package for him, and the problem was that McDaniels.
No, he wanted
Ziegler won.
He wanted Bryce Young, and he told He told Ziegler, no, I want Bryce Young, and then that was it.
It just fell apart. Yep, completely fell apart.
Hey, how'd your daughter do?
Could upset because of the Chiefs' rust and score over 30. I agree, 18.
Oh, they've been sitting idle for too long. They said it today during the Broncos-Bills game that it's been 20-something days since they've played as a full roster.
Yep.
You know, like Mahomes and all that, because they didn't play the last game of the season. You know, they had their last game before they played that was Christmas Eve. Christmas Day or whatever. So you think about it, it's been almost 20 days from
they can come out rusty.
They play next week. That's a long stretch.
That is. That's almost like a month.
You know, the only benefit
it could work to their benefit, or it could hurt.
Well, that's just it. The other thing to their benefit is the fact that it's going to get everybody healed and ready to go in that time frame that was nursing, some injuries that were, bothering them. Correct. Unfortunately, but we'll see.
There used to be a time back in the day where I remember that we used to root for the AF West division. No matter if we weren't in it, we'll say, "Go Broncos, go Chiefs," because they're in our division.
Yeah. Now
these days, like kiss my ass. No. Screw the Broncos, screw the Chargers, screw the Chiefs. Now I was so happy yesterday when they both lost. I'm like, my God. One more. This will make my season.
Right. You don't need both.
I want to go back to what Angelo was talking about Tom Brady and him being the part owner now and everything. Last night on the show, that somebody said, do you think it's like a ploy from Brady to try and purposely sabotage the team? I'm like, no. I said, you got to think of it. And why you're even bringing this question up is ridiculous, but he's part owner of the team. He's invested his own money into this team for a percentage of the team. Right. So as the team earns money, guess what? He gets a return on that investment. So if he tries and sabotage it where the team is losing money because they're a failed franchise, they're not selling stuff, they're not putting people in the seats to buy tickets, he's losing money. What businessman would go into a situation like that to try and sabotage a company or an organization that you just put, hundreds of millions of dollars down on to be part owner of, and then say, well, we're going to do this so we can just destroy this team.
It'd be like buying McDonald's. Yeah, I'm buying McDonald's, but I ain't gonna start no more Big Macs or no more French fries. So that's it.
No more cheeseburgers or Diet Coke. We're gonna sell water, and that's it.
Yeah. I can see the general manager maybe can say that, because a lot of people thought Tom Telesco was doing that, sabotaging the team.
I mean, in this case, he's got a vested interest in everything. Jesus.
From his ties with San Diego Chargers. But now he's the owner, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make money. I'm not here to lose money.
All day.
Yeah, that's also why, Jeff. That's why I don't think we will trade Max Crosby.
Good night.
Good night.
Jeff, that's why I also don't think we will trade Max Crosby, because he wants to make money, and Max Crosby is one of the biggest ticket sellers with most jersey sales and the whole bit, man. Like I don't see it, dude.
Let's see. I don't buy tickets and I don't buy a Max Crosby jersey, so he's got my approval to get rid of him.
There you go.
I don't have anything Max Crosby, so I'm fine with it.
I got a ton of Max Crosby, and I'm fine. I'm totally fine with it.
Told you the last jersey I had is gallery. How'd that work out for me? Not good.
Whoa.
Oh wow,
that's a long time ago, Joe.
Why?
Yeah, Mr. Pee Pants.
Oh, good.
Mr. Pissy Pants.
Gallery.
I told my son about him the other day. He didn't realize it, and he goes, "You serious?" I said, "Dead serious." He goes, "That's disgusting." I said, "I know it is." I said, "It is gross."
But
hey, real quick, Chris. So I don't know how much you're into boxing, but I was telling Turf, trying to catch up Turf on everything. Ring Magazine Awards just happened yesterday. Big gala. and they had all these boxes in it. But the I don't know if you've heard this yet, Turf, but the Canelo versus Crawford thing is picking up a lot of steam.
Oh yeah, I've
I've
heard.
heard that.
It's really
I've heard
picking
that.
up now because
I heard that.
Turkey's really talking to him. Like, no man,
Right.
just tell me how much it's gonna take. You know, so
Oh, and on top of that, if you read further into the magazine, they named him the sexiest man in boxing alive right here. That's why he's pushing the magazine. He's in it.
That's hilarious.
I'll tell you, Chris, if since I know Crawford's your guy, just like Turf, if Canelo does fight Crawford, who you got, Chris?
Okay, I'm gonna sign off, guys. Nice talking to you, Turf and Jeff. I don't know who the other guy is down here. Oh, you know what? I watched Crawford when he came up when the ESPN showed those like 8-round fights, small ones like undercard stuff. I watched him since then. I've watched Crawford for years. I followed him all the way up through everything. So of course I'm gonna take Crawford. I hated Canelo from day one.
Yeah, I did too.
Never like him. I thought he was cocky. Thought he'd do everything. I still like him. But yeah, I'm taking Crawford. I basically like watch Crawford go up through the boxing. So if it ever happens,
Gene is in the building, gentlemen.
What weight they
What
gonna
you talking
fight
about, Gene?
if they fight?
It'd have to be at 68. There's no budging
68?
on that. That's part of the whole thing. Is there's no budging on
Okay.
68.
All right.
I just want to know when the rematch between Rocky and Apollo Creed is. I'm ready for that one. That's about as much as I know about boxing, other than the fact it's two guys in a ring punching each other. I know a little bit about boxing.
You'll
I
probably
know more
see
about
it.
boxing than I do about GMs in the NFL. How's that? That sound better?
The only way you're gonna see that, man, is in heaven when Stallone goes and everything else. What you call rest in peace? It's not here anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, what's the last fight you saw, or what's the last fight you watched, even on TV, not live, but?
I watched that last Canelo fight. That was BS. Good thing I
Who
can
did
watch
he
Guys
fight
talk
last?
boxing. I'm gonna go have a cigarette. I'll be back.
No, he fought Berlanger. No, he did fight Berlanger.
Yeah, he fought
Berlanger.
Berlanger.
Yeah. I looked at it like, this fight's over. But I just don't like Canelo. Because I stopped paying for pay-per-view, but I got a way to watch it free now.
That's
So
why
I'm good.
Turk took over. That's why Turk took over.
So that's the thing. See, Turf, that's why we got to do the show, man. Whenever you're ready, whenever your daughter stops winning all of these amazing championships,
Yeah,
you're ready to go. Because Chris doesn't even know that you can get all of these fights for free already. There's no such thing as pay-per-view anymore, man. Nobody does that.
I lost interest in fights when I saw all these fights. Like, don't make sense to me. I'm like, what? Like you said, ducking. This guy should fight him. Why did he fight this other guy? I'm getting disinterested because they picked him to fight him because it's easy purse. That's kind of too much politics I see, and because I grew up watching my favorite fighter of all time, Marvin Hagler.
Of course, Marvin Hagler.
And now those will fight. Marvin Hagler, that's my favorite fighter of all time. Rory Jones is second.
Right.
But, they never ducked anybody. They said, "You want to fight? I'll see you next Saturday."
Right. So part of the reason why I keep pushing Turf for us to do this is to further educate the American public that the way you like boxing, Chris, has already been happening for the last 2 years. Is the only reason why you don't know about it is because none of the good fighters are American. Right. And Turf will tell you now, like all those fights you're talking about where no one's ducking anyone. The first fight of this year. All right, check that. In fact, I put it on the chat already, but I'll get your info, Chris, or I'll have Turf send it to you because I be sending Turf this all the time. Right?
Okay.
But you want to talk about how much boxing has been, in a global sense, been best versus the best. There's a guy right now by the name of Jai Apataya, who's a cruiserweight. Have you heard that name yet?
Yeah,
okay.
I saw. Yeah, I saw.
Okay, so Chris, Jai Apataya is basically like I was telling Turf. He's like David Tua on steroids. He's this crazy, like amazing cruiserweight. He'll probably move up to heavyweight at some point. He's already 27-0 with I forgot like 20-some knockouts, and he's only 27 years old. He fights just last Wednesday on January 8th, right? They had a fight for him against the number 2 contender. The number 2 contender like dropped off for whatever reason. The guy who's on the bottom, he was like the number 11 contender, is a kid by the name of David Nika. You can look up David Nika up. He's from New Zealand. This kid is amazing. He won the bronze medal in the Olympics. He's on a fast track. He's a knockout guy, 10-0 with 9 knockouts. Normally, in the boxing world that you're talking about, Chris, someone like David Nika would be ducking everyone, trying to get to about 20-0 with 19 knockouts. This kid said, I will take it right now.
Oh.
And he took it. And you know what? It was a great fight. It was a Hagler-Hearns pace. The kid, David Nika, he got knocked out, unfortunately, but he wasn't even ashamed.
Well, see,
like,
that's what I want to see it. I'm not mad at that. Okay.
Right.
You took the fight. You lost. Good. You took the fight. You wasn't ducking because you were scared.
Yeah, he wasn't ducking.
I want to try to get some more. I want to fight easier guys. So regular, I'm 35-2. So regular, good. But you fought nobody.
Right. And so now you're gonna like this, Chris. And this is one of the subjects me and Turf will talk about once he finally gets the channel up. Is the Gervonta Davis talk? And believe me, I love Tank. I love Tank Davis. He's great. Right now I have him pound for pound number 10, Turf. Like, how low do you have him on the radar? Tank Davis, because the last fight he got was Frank Martin, and he hadn't really fought anyone. And there's a lot of activity that's been happening, man.
I wouldn't
in
say
the world
10.
of boxing.
I wouldn't say 10, but I do hear what you're saying. He's definitely,
you know what I mean? And
it's the name. It's the name recognition. No, he's like the name. He's the one that can bring the money in. So
right.
that's what they're gonna do. What's going on here? It's 10-10.
Yeah, y'all ain't paying attention. Y'all keep talking. I'm watching the game. I keep telling you I'm watching the game.
I'm getting schooled by Angelo on boxing. I ain't been boxing business for a while.
I'm definitely watching the game.
I
had to order some food for my kids too. Dude.
So who you got? Washington?
Yeah.
Turf?
I called Washington on this game.
I'd like Washington to win, but I thought the Bucs would win.
I want Washington to win.
We're pissed off if Washington wins and it goes not all the way, but a long way. Mark Davis.
Yeah.
You could have had him.
Yeah, Jay Daniels. That's true.
Uh-oh.
If you had the right GM, you probably.
This is a good game.
I don't think Washington was going to move off of him anyway. He's going to keep him.
I don't think Washington would have taken 3 first rounds for Jaden Daniels. I think
they had to basically sell the house and the car and garage because they would move off of him.
You can see though he would have been worth it because look at this kid.
Yeah, I don't think he would do as good here as he's doing right there because they had the weapons and everything else. We didn't have nothing. He had literally nothing. Everybody say we had Devontae Adams. Really? What did he do last year? The year before that? The first year he did. When you're number 2 receiver, got more catches and yards than you do. Jacoby Myers, man, got more catches than he did.
Somebody told you to stop drinking. I think they were talking to you. Saying he wasn't top 10. A team of real estate.
Who's drinking?
I think he's saying that to Angelo, saying stop drinking if he doesn't think that he's top. He's not in the top 10.
Oh yeah, I got a shower here, Angelo. You want one?
No, I agree. He's definitely. I'd say he's in the top 5. He could possibly top 3.
Oh, Turf! Now you're gonna have a discussion, dude. Hell,
I know, but
he doesn't even. No way, he doesn't. Even in Ring Magazine right now, he's not in the top 5, dude. He's not.
Well, I mean, I get it though. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like you said. The other guys are getting the fights and they're making.
A lot of fights are being made,
and they're happening, and people are not afraid of losing their O's, etc. I agree, but if I'm saying if I'm gonna say who's the best, like if he were to get in the ring with some of these guys, I don't see Tank losing. Like, who is he gonna lose to? Who do you see that?
Usyk will knock him out
Well,
now.
obviously, of course, Usyk is gonna. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I mean, the pound for pound thing has to do with, again, it's like picking college rankings, right? Like who's better than who, kind of a thing. But all right, okay, if we're gonna talk in the 135 division, Turf, you know I'm still all about Shakur Stevenson. You know that, right?
Well, I know that's the fight we all want to see.
You know, I mean,
that's the fight we all want to see.
Like, I just think that both their styles kind of fit on each other. Like, how much of Shakur Stevenson have you watched, Chris?
I think I saw not this last fight, the one before that. I can't remember who he fought.
Okay.
I know he's a monster.
He looked all right to me. He didn't look like he was just playing. He wasn't like in good shape or something. He looked good, but he didn't look good like he should have looked. I don't forget who it was. It was a fight before the last fight he just had. I think it's a couple years ago, a year ago.
All right, so the big thing, Chris, that everybody was always getting upset at, especially in the U.S. about Shakur Stevenson, is they keep saying, well, he should be knocking all these people out, and he's not. He's just, he's like playing around or whatever. Right?
That's what I said.
And now, if you're a global boxing fan, or if you're watching it globally, our whole thing about Shakur Stevenson was always, we know the talent, but we're never going to know how good he is until he starts fighting all these global talents. That's my entire argument about Tank Davis, is that I think Tank is great, but I won't know how good he really is until I start seeing him fight like the Jack Catteralls of the world and like all these other guys that are in England and Uzbekistan. Like look, like you guys love Terrence Crawford, and Turf, you already know my history with Terrence Crawford, and he's great.
Oh, yeah.
I love Terrence Crawford, but I said Madrimov is going to give him a hard time and might even beat him. And a lot of people still to this day think that Madrimov actually beat him.
No, absolutely. I agree. A lot of people do think that.
Right. So my whole thing with Terrence Crawford is if Terrence Crawford would have had the same record, but he was fighting globally rather than nationally, I think he would be more popular. He would be way more popular, and it would be a lot easier to argue for his greatness in terms of like where he's at in pound for pounds in the top list. So that's why he wants the Canelo fight so bad. Is because for him,
no, he wants that Canelo fight for the money. That's what that is. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
he wants the Canelo fight for that money.
That's a big bag. He want that bag. He want that bag.
He don't care about it.
No, but honestly though, Turf, if so Virgil Ortiz is about to fight Sergey Bohachek on February 22nd, and that's not even the main event. The main event of that, is your boy Beterbiev against Bivol, right? And then the co-main event is Shakur Stevenson against Schofield. So that's how good that card is. It's like the fourth card, right? Virgil Ortiz versus Sergey Bohachek for the WBC or Madrimov. I'm sorry. It's Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov for the 154 WBC, right? Okay. If Virgil Ortiz were to beat Madrimov, and now it becomes a unification for Terrence Crawford, Turf, you don't think Turki Al-Sheikh was going to give him a lot of money for that fight? He's going to make money anyways. So I don't. Yeah,
but I'm just telling you why he wanted that Canelo fight. I mean, and plus it'll also be for his greatness. It's like following
exactly.
So
now that I agree with. I think that's why Terrence.
But it's because it's way out of his weight class. I mean, if he loses, nobody's gonna. You know what I'm saying? Is
exactly. And that's the whole thing is if Terrence Crawford loses, all of us, you, me, everybody, is going to say, well, of course he lost. Canelo outweighed him by a ton.
Yeah, 3 weight classes up.
Yeah. And that's part of the reason why Canelo
Oh, wow. Oh, face mask.
That's a face mask.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's a face mask big time.
And you guys are way ahead of me. Holy crap.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
You guys are calling face masks. They were just stepping up to the line.
No, they were just kicking off.
Somebody went out and somebody went in. Who is that?
think Chris went out.
Oh
No, I'm here. I'm here. I just put on my screen blank because I'm spoken.
Right.
I'm spoken straight, and I don't want to spoken in front of everybody.
right on TV. No, I got you. No, it's all good too.
Yeah, I'm serious, Angelo.
All good, all good. My guys, this is a watch party, guys. Ain't no. I'm about to get pizza. I'm about to eat the whole nine. So.
He almost tore his
Y'all
head
having
off.
fun.
That's
We
what's
having
up.
fun. I'm staying on. I'm not getting off. I'm just saying. This is at
Oh,
least
no, I'm
how
serious.
Terrence does watch. Turf does watch. Watch party. I really don't. Yeah, there's nothing. Only thing I do
Jeff,
obviously do is the super chats and stuff. Right?
So my wife actually,
chat and everything, but I'm gonna need help.
I'll get you. I asked what you want for dinner. I said, go get some cheap steaks or something like Salisbury steaks. I haven't had a steak in a while.
Right.
And so she brings home these big, fat, juicy, half-inch thick ribeyes. I said, "You serious?" that's what I told you. That's why I left early. I said, "I'm gonna cook these."
Oh, you had to make those ribeyes. That was you. Yeah.
I go get ribeyes right quick.
Yeah, I'm on the show with Ray the Rebel. He goes, I gotta go cook my ribeyes. I'm like, oh, god damn it.
I just said get some. She's at the market. I said, just get some cheap steak, nothing fancy, whatever you can get, a Salisbury steak or something. And so she brings up these ribeyes, like, you got to be shit. Oh. I was happy. I said, I'm gone. Bye, guys.
Right.
You know what was enjoyable today? This is the first Sunday since the start of the season that I didn't have to worry about going to the bar, doing club stuff today. I was able to just kind of stay home, relax, watch the games today. Granted, I'd rather us have been playing in a playoff so we could get together as a club and watch the game. But it's still, I like it when I have my Sundays to stay home and relax and just, get up when I want to get up, kick around, do whatever. Then the games start. Like today was great because you got 3 games today.
That's his plan.
These are the Sundays I like. Which like people in the club get pissed when it's like a primetime game or like Black Friday because everybody's still working, so we're not going to the bar and meeting up. I kind of like those days.
Mike Williams.
You mean Mike Evans, right? Mike Evans?
Mike Evans, my bad. I'm saying Mike Williams.
There's no Williams.
But Jeff, you know what I like what's going on now? I like that the Raiders did. I don't like how they did it, but I like what they did. They wouldn't clean house early. They didn't wait till February or March. Okay, we're gonna fire everybody. Right. No, they wouldn't clean the house early. So only stress right now is who they gonna get, coach, GM, which is not really big stress because they got good picks. They can pick anybody they want, but at least they start early. They're not waiting till the last minute to find somebody and get the bottom of the barrel like we got with Getsy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
well, the thing is, all right. So let's look at it this way, right? So here we are. We're 1 week removed from the end of the season. Playoffs started. Interviews for coaches went on this week. One's already been hired. Vrabel was confirmed today. The Patriots are hiring him.
Yeah,
he's off the list now. We never had a scheduled interview with him anyway. So we bring Ben Johnson in. He comes in yesterday. Was it Friday? Today's Sunday. Meets with Brady and, does the interview. Brady sits with his agent for hours talking to him, which I think is another good thing because, they're able to start talking about, okay, if we hire him, what's he looking for? What can we do for him? So that starts that process too. But now that's it. That process stops. Now we have to wait. We got more interviews coming up. But if Ben Johnson is the guy that we want, we have to wait now until Detroit is out of the playoffs. And based on how Detroit is, with their possibility of going to the Super Bowl, now we're waiting until first week in February 9th, before we can even think about doing anything. So worst case scenario is we have to wait until after the Super Bowl is over. Best case scenario is Detroit loses next week and we get to start talking to him in person and actually physically meet with him and have another interview with him, hash out the
Bucky
details,
earned
and hire him.
I think it's 2
You
weeks
know?
before we can actually hire him after if they do a Super Bowl. I think it's
And
2
all that
weeks
shit
after that.
too. So there's even going to be more time after the Super
Yeah.
Bowl if they make it that far.
But he can't. But he can. They could come out. The Raiders and Ben Johnson right after Super Bowl have come to an agreement.
Correct.
But they can't officially hire him until 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
But that's what I'm saying. Though. Now we're waiting even longer, and now we're already on the cusp of free agency. You're already at the point where you're going to have the Senior Bowl style football games for these seniors coming out of college to play and display their talent one more time. Then you're talking so we're already going to be a little bit behind there too. Whereas these other teams that are hiring coaches that are available now to be hired right away, or teams that already have their coaches, like in our division alone, the other 3 teams are already set. They got their coaches. They're already in off-season mode.
Touchdown! Nope, he's out of bounds.
Especially San Diego, the Chargers and Denver. So we're behind again already. That's the downside. That's why this decision is so important, because we're gonna have to move fast once we're ready. That's the problem.
I think they're gonna get their GM before, and when they get their GM, you will know what coach they're gonna get. If they get the GM first, which I think they'll probably do, you'll know what coach is coming in. I mean, head coach coming in.
Well, it could be a combo. It could be the same thing they did with McDaniels and Zeke.
But they can hire GM right now. They don't have to wait. They can hire GM right today if they want to.
Right.
But they want Ben Johnson. They have to wait 2 weeks after Super Bowl. But like I said
as
earlier,
long as they get a list of guys that Ben Johnson is interested in working with too, because that's the other thing you got to think of. You want somebody that's going to be able to pair it up with him properly too.
Right.
You don't want to hire some scrub GM that Ben Johnson's not going to get along with.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying though, we probably know because right now Brady is the acting GM. Well, he's the owner, but he's the acting GM right now.
By what?
So, like I said, we'll see. But like I said, they right after the Super Bowl, Detroit's in, win or lose. Right after the game, they can put out Ben Johnson and made an agreement with the Raiders to become their head coach. They just can't officially hire him after 2 weeks after.
Correct.
Right.
So that could
we can
happen.
put it out there that that we're in agreement with us and that coach, whoever it is, that this is this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Which the good thing is that takes him off the market now too. No one else is going to go and interview him because they already know that. We've pretty much.
I think the Bucs are going to win this.
That's where he's going.
Yeah, you called it, Jeff. Bucs are.
Yeah.
They're a scary team.
I think they're going to start pulling away.
Yeah, you can't knock Baker Mayfield, I tell you.
Nah, I wanted him. At one point,
wanted him too.
I hated him at one point, especially when he was at the Browns. I was like, oh, no, I want nothing to do with it.
I didn't mind him with the Browns. He had no impact with us until,
Right. Well, for me, he's the hometown kid. And, you used to have to hear about him all the time. And he really wasn't producing. It was like, man, there's so many other talented quarterbacks in Texas right now.
I mean, the thing with Washington, though, too, is they've got such a, they've got a good shot of moving down the field fast with this team, too.
Right.
Hey, did Baker Mayfield play on the Cliff Kingsbury? Is that one of his boys?
Did he play under him? He may have. He may have at one point.
At Texas Tech, right?
Was he? I know he played at OU.
Oh yeah.
He played at more than one place.
Yeah. He played on he played head coach from USC now. He played under him. Not
because when he came out of college, he came out of Oklahoma at the end, right? That's
came out of Oklahoma, but he transferred.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he came out of the coach from USC. Head coach of USC now. Yeah. Wrong guy.
Somebody last night in the show asked
me. It was
me,
Texas Tech.
Oh, was it Texas Tech?
You were right. 2013 season. He played at Texas Tech. Then he went to Oklahoma
from Kansas City came from too.
Yeah, he transferred, yeah.
2015, 2016, and 2017. Yep. So he came from Texas Tech. So he would have been under
Cliff Kingsbury.
He was at Texas Tech in 13? I thought it was the other guy. Yeah, passed away.
Hey, Turf, did you see
No,
what
Kenny
I
Burns
put
was a offensive coordinator at Texas Tech.
Who?
Oh, I don't need to talk about it. He played for the offensive coordinator. He wasn't a head coach. He was an offensive coordinator.
No, exactly. It was he was there forever and he passed away. He just passed away recently.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Everybody liked him too.
What were you saying, Angela?
Oh no, I was saying, did you see what I put up on the chat? I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, the current
That's the current. I just looked it up. That's
magazine.
That's how it looks right now.
In a way, Crawford, better be wrong. Rodriguez, Alvarez, Davis. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. They got.
Yeah, exactly. I am mad at it. That's my whole point. Is Haney shouldn't be on there, so he should be out. Then you got to drop Tank Davis down, right?
I remember that too, Raider fan. He could not stand Hugh Jackson. He hated his guts when he was at Cleveland.
Yep.
He hated his play calling. That's why people say Hugh Jackson. Nah, we had that experience. No. We don't need him.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, Angela.
No, it's cool. And by the way, I don't know if the Bucs will win this, honestly, Turf, because you know how the Commanders always do that comeback.
Oh yeah, Jaden Daniels is nobody to play around with. You don't want him to have the ball at the end of it.
Remember, even in that Dallas game, like we all thought they were definitely going to lose, and then he threw that 80-yard touchdown to Terry McLaurin. Like, I don't know, man. This is kind of close. I don't know. I'm nervous for Tampa Bay.
Oh, before I came on, that pass he threw to McLaurin in the first quarter was, oh my God, that was a beautiful throw.
Yeah,
it was.
I mean, the teardrop, you saw the tear, yes.
Oh my God.
You're talking about putting the air under the ball, man. Just drop right in his lap.
He's real good at it.
He put it where that defender could not even get couldn't even get a hand on it to even do anything.
No, the defender couldn't even find the ball. He was like, where is it?
I'm not going to get. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Chris. I was gonna say I'm not gonna get mad if they say Jane Daniels is Rookie of the Year. I want it to be Brock Bowers. I'm just saying I won't be mad if it is.
It is Brock Bowers, though. In my opinion,
I hope
it is.
so.
I mean, unless Jane Daniels goes and wins it, then obviously.
Well, the voting's already done, so the playoff because
exactly it doesn't. The playoffs don't matter. I mean, he broke rookie records. He broke basic records. Like I don't know.
But so did Jane Daniels, Turf. Jane Daniels.
What records did he break?
He broke the Lamar Jackson record for rookie quarterback to run the most for 4,000 and run for like over 8. The most ever quarterback to run the most yards with the most passing. That's the record. He broke the Lamar Jackson record.
Oh.
I mean, plus he took a team that was complete shit last year, and look at them. They finished 12.
Right. They did that's how
I get the MVP because Brock Bowers, although he had a fantastic season, the Raiders didn't go anywhere.
Right.
So
that's also a feather in his hat that as bad as our team was and as screwed up as it was with our quarterback situation, he still caught well over 100 and something passes, 1,000 yards. Now, it would have been nice to have him get some more touchdowns, but
probably next year we get that quarterback in a good offensive system.
Well, here's my take too on Bowers for next year. I don't think he's going to have the same stat line he had this year.
No,
he'll probably keep the yardage around the same, but I don't see him getting over 100 catches in the season. I see him getting more touchdowns.
No, I don't think that because we have to depend on we had that only receiver they really had besides the other guys. So we have to depend on much more.
Well, even
if we get a receiver, in the draft
at some point in this draft,
or a free agent, a number one receiver, because I love Jacoby Myers. Like you said, I'm glad they brought him in. He's still not number one. He's not number one. He's the number 2 receiver.
I mean, I've said this before. When word came out that we were bringing Jacoby Myers over when McDumdum was our coach, I was happy with that because I knew what he was capable of. Watching him here in New England, I knew we were getting a good wide receiver, and then him playing opposite of Devontae Adams was a no-brainer. I thought we had a good 1-2 punch there.
Right.
know,
And I
he's
still, yeah. No, I'm a
he's
big
not a
Jacoby
number
Myers.
one wide receiver. He's a good number two. You
Yes.
know,
I mean, but my argument to it would be this, Jeff, that our number one wide receiver is really Brock Powers, which
yeah,
is
right
why,
now, yeah.
which is why
Well, yeah,
Jacoby,
that's
like
like
Jacoby
yards.
Myers still, like Jacoby Myers stats wise, still got to 1,000 yards, and that's with the shitty quarterback situation we've had all year. And so that's what I mean is like I think next year our offense is going to be crazy good if we got the guy that can deliver the ball. But more importantly than the guy that can deliver the ball, I think we need him protected. Because it doesn't matter who we get. If our O-line can't do jack to protect them, we're screwed anyway.
Well, I mean, our O-line right now is Swiss cheese. You know, you've got three pieces of the puzzle out there on the O-line. We need guards is exactly what we need.
That's
Free
it.
agency or draft, we need guards.
We
Plain and
need
simple.
beefy. We need beefy guards because that Parham is too small to play guard.
Parham gone. I want him out of there in the worst way. He's like the only player on this team that I wish would have been let go the same time AP would have been let go. If we're getting rid of things, let's get rid of him now. I've been on him all season.
You don't want a backup center or nothing like that?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Chris. Is they might have been keeping him to be the backup center.
And Andre James needs to go too. That's the other one too.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. He signed that contract.
Contract. We could trade him away. Somebody may want a center. You could take him. Just like, in all honesty, we could try and trade Minshew away. Somebody's going to want a backup. Someone would be desperate enough. Hey,
you could also trade. I mean, if we're trading people away, man, we could trade away Colton Miller because he's injured a lot.
I've already said that before too, and I got
He
yelled
said
at on that one too.
I remember that he was talking about that.
People gave me shit about that too. I'm like, we've got him only for one more year. You know, we've already seen that. You know, with his injury and everything, he's not the same guy this season. He got better as the season went on. I give you that. But if you can get something for him now, because comes free agency, we're going to lose him no matter what. And then in the draft, you grab a left tackle further in the draft that you can groom behind him for this season, or you let him go now. You know, or you trade him away. I mean, not let him go.
This is what I was saying, though, Jeff, about how I can see Tom Brady, you know, being kind of like a Jerry Jones, and I could see the number 6 pick being traded down so we could get 2 first-round picks, because you know who's going to be available is Will Campbell. And if you watched a lot of LSU, man, even though Will Campbell plays tackle, he really plays left guard, and he would be a monster at left guard. If you put Will Campbell next to Jackson Powers Johnson, you pretty much got like that whole side taken care of, you know, and that's a good future move. Like, I wouldn't have been mad at that pick either. I would have sat there and said, great, you know, awesome.
I could tell you right now, I can name one team right now that will call us at number 6 and see if we want to trade with them. And I think it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas.
Sure.
It's going to be the Cowboys because I'm telling you,
they want
Gentry has got cowboy written all over him. That's Jerry Jones's.
Well, yeah, they definitely want him. But when do they pick?
They're number 12.
12.
Oh yeah, they'll probably get him. That'll be a good spot for him to go too.
But if they want him that bad and are sure that they're going to get him, I would not be surprised if they call and say, hey, we want your pick. We want Genty. You know, and in that case, I'll be like, all right, well, first of all, we're swapping picks, obviously. You're giving up a player. Who do you want to give up? I want a player. I don't want draft picks from them. I want 2 players, one of 2 players. I want CeeDee Lamb, or you're giving me Micah Parsons. Micah wants out of there anyway.
Yeah,
I'll take Micah Parsons. I'll take
Micah Parsons. Yeah, I would.
Yes, Bucky Irving was a steal in the draft. Number 7.
Yeah, Bucky Irving was a steal. Yeah. You know who else was a steal, Turf? Is Tyrone Tracy, who we could have gotten, by the way.
From the Giants?
Could have gotten Tyrone Tracy, but instead we went with Dylan Lobby. Don't know why, but there you go.
Who picked him up in free agency? Who picked him up in free agency and fantasy draft and had a good run the rest of the half of the season? This guy.
No, Tyrone Tracy, man, he was.
I picked him up as soon as I saw him available. I'm like, oh hell yeah! No, he's the starter there. Yep.
Let's say L11 said Miami could use a backup quarterback. Of course they can, because they can't rely on
them. That could use a lot of things too.
They can rely on
Spencer's in the building. Do they need to trade out for him? For who? Who do you think he's referring to?
Oh wow. See, I told you, man. Jaden Daniels, here it comes.
Yeah,
Here it comes.
yeah. Do you know who Spencer's referring to, Jeff?
No, I
Who they need
don't.
to trade up for?
Wait, what? It's Spencer.
Oh, I know what he's asking. Do they need to trade up for Genti? No, but again, that's a Jerry Jones
not at
move if you
12.
think about it.
Right.
You know, that's the type of bonehead stuff he
Jerry
would do.
Jones would do something stupid like that.
Yeah,
They don't.
because he's probably got such a, you know, such, I don't want to say it, I guess, but such a,
Jones for
yeah,
certain players.
you know, that's how bad because when he sees a player in a draft, you know him, you know his history. If he wants him, he's going to go and get him regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, so if he has a feeling that someone's going to take him before they can at 12, he's going to come a calling, and we're at a perfect spot for him to call.
Hey, I would trade down to 12 for him.
I would.
Yeah, because you got
like
Frisco,
said,
you got Frisco, Chicago, New Orleans, Carolina, New York Jets above Dallas, and all those teams can use running backs.
Right.
All of them.
And here's my other thing on this. So you say, all right, so we're going to take your 12, you get our 6, you give us one of those two players I just said. What do you got to lose? If he says no, then say, all right, we're sticking with our pick, and we take who we're taking. Good luck getting him when you know, or good luck trying to trade with someone else. That's it, plain and simple. Because if we don't take, especially Carter ain't getting past Carolina. I can tell you right now, Carolina will nag him. They'll snag him too. Abdul Carter is not making it past like the 8th pick. Absolutely not. He's probably going to go before us anyway, but.
Looking at New Orleans, I know they're going to reach for a quarterback on the 9th pick. I know that. They're going to reach for somebody, a quarterback. Whoever's left. What's that guy named Jackson?
They need a lot of stuff too.
If Jackson Dart's still there, they'll take him. I
hope not, because I'd like to see us get a shot at him at least in the 2nd round. But
the Saints are done with Carr.
Do need a quarterback. There's no two ways about it.
They're done with Carr. You know, I hate to say that, but they're done with Carr.
I mean, Rattler doesn't look bad, but and Taysom Hill Taysom Hill's old now. He's in his early, he's like 33, 31 now?
31, eh? 30.
Yeah, he's not even really like a full-time quarterback. He's your Swiss Army knife guy, basically.
Exactly.
You don't need to get Taysom Hill, though, Jeff, because we're going to end up getting Scatterboo like in the 3rd or 4th or 5th.
No, I'm not saying I want Taysom Hill. I'm talking about New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about their needs, you know, because they're not too long after us. And like Chris said, you know, they need a quarterback more than anything. They're a team that's going to be in the play in free agency for any of these quarterbacks that are out there. That's for sure. They're going to have to
Who's
be.
that?
New Orleans.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
They're going to have to. They what do they got? They're going to let the car's not going to last. You're going to go into next season with Rattler only. I mean, in the time that he filled in for Carr, he didn't look that great.
Hey man, I wanted Jordan Travis too. I was mad as I don't know what, man. I was right there with you. I wanted Jordan Travis. Everybody would tell you that. Yep. And like you said,
as this board falls, Jeff, like when we're looking at it on the draft in April, I'm telling you, man, I got this feeling that Brady, he's going to see where like how like Jackson Dart or Quinn Ewers or whoever, like some of these quarterbacks that are going to fall out of the first anyways, and that guy is going to make a trade to go back up to 31 or 32 so that we could have a quarterback. That's why I really think that. I really think we're not going to have just the number 6 pick. I think we're going to end up having 2, possibly 3 first-round picks.
And I
agree with that.
I agree with that because if Telesco was still here, that wouldn't be happening unless
that
Brady put his foot down and said, you have to do this. Because Telesco's not that type of GM. That I just look at his history when he was with the Chargers. He didn't move. You know, he had his
once.
number, his pick, and that was it.
He did move for Herbert, but he only moved like a couple of spots. It was like a big move. It was like a couple of spots.
He didn't jump back into a first round or give up a second. And he didn't do any crazy stuff.
No, just a couple of spots. He didn't move like, That's probably why he's not here.
I mean, because right now, there's no other quarterbacks in the first round that are slated.
Oh, that's
for
a pass
except,
interference.
except for the other two. You know, except for Dart and Shador. I mean, Ward and Shador.
Ward.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, based on performance that I've seen in the bowl games especially, Jackson Dart is definitely going to move up that draft board. I seriously feel as
He's
though
a second
he's gonna.
rounder, though. He won't be a first-round pick.
No,
Quinn
yours-
Ewers is gonna
he's-
come out.
Yours
Second
didn't look
round.
that good to get the bowl game either.
Second round, I think, would be fair for him.
I don't think yours looked that good anyway. I don't think he made his draft stock go up, but
Uh-oh.
he did play for Texas, so we'll see.
Here we go. Jaden Daniels. Here we go.
I know.
Oh, he missed it. He missed them.
Pass interference.
No, that's pass interference like mad. That's first and
I
goal.
don't know. I don't see. Is there a flag? I don't see a
Yeah.
flag. There.
Yeah,
There's
there
a
was.
flag.
Goal.
Oh, there's a flag. Okay, I'm behind it.
You're behind me. Yeah, that's rare.
But you know what?
I know, right? Yeah, Chris.
The good
is
thing for
usually
Tampa,
on
this is just the very start of the fourth quarter, so Tampa's got plenty of time, even if Washington scores here, to catch right up.
That's
Oh
true.
yeah, this is a good game actually.
This is a great.
It turned into be a better game. It started
I
really
told
slow.
you it was going to be a good game. I knew it was going to be a good game.
Oh,
Well, it was a great game. Was Texas and the Chargers? That was a great game.
Yeah,
that was a really good
I missed a lot of that due to the traveling and the gymnastics meet, but the guys were showing me.
no, wait.
No, because if you saw the beginning of the game, the Chargers when they're so overconfident, like yeah, we got this. You just look on their face like yeah, we winning this.
That Texas defense stomped them. there.
Texas just
punched them
crushed
in the mouth.
Herbert. He got crushed in the first half. He like it do nothing.
It was
Again-
a turf. If you rewatch it, it's a tale of two quarterbacks basically. Because when CJ Stroud woke up, right, Chris?
Right.
CJ
Yeah.
Stroud
He couldn't
woke
do-
up. It was
Yeah, he
like,
did.
whoa.
Stroud couldn't do anything. The defense did have him in check, but then somebody slapped him in the face in the locker room and said, "Hey, you gonna play or not? What you gonna do?"
Right. You going to do this?
Yeah. So he came out thinking that, but just like lit him up.
Touchdown. Oh.
That's what I'm hoping he does to the Chiefs. Like where he's like, "What do you got to lose, man? This is your second year. Like
Yeah.
who cares? You know,
And
go
he's
out
going
there
to the
and go
playoffs
get
2
him."
years in a row. Once as a rookie and once as a sophomore now.
Fourth
Yeah.
and goal on the one. He's going.
Yeah, Texas defense is not that shabby. I tell you that.
Man,
Fourth and goal.
yeah.
on the one.
And
Are
that
they going
bodes
for it?
well for them because Casey's offense is not that great.
No, at all. I don't think even games of
Oh,
defense.
no,
and,
it's fourth and goal
and they-
on the four.
they scored just enough points
Ah.
to win the game.
4.5.
Man, they stopped them, Turf. That's crazy. I thought that was a pass interference, but I guess not.
No, he wasn't there.
Oh.
He wasn't there.
But
And
Why
I'm
did
isn't
he
behind,
there,
kick
by
the
like
field
30, I'm
goal?
behind by
no,
like
no, but
35
isn't there that
seconds.
illegal
I kicked the
screen
field
rule?
goal.
I
man.
don't know.
I kicked the field goal there. I don't care what anybody says. I kick it. Fourth and goal on the 4. I kicked the field goal against this Tom Bowles defense. I kicked the field goal. Now I'm down by 1. I can win it. I can win it on the goal in the fourth quarter. That was I don't agree with going for the fourth and goal on the 4.5.
Yeah, I don't see that. But
That don't make sense to me.
it's a lot
These
of games.
coaches are getting crazy with this going. I don't understand what's going on or happening.
It's the analytic.
I don't want to hear nothing about no analytics. We all
Analytics.
know football.
I
know
can't even say the
football.
word right.
Us old
Hey,
school football has no
Speaking
field position, time possession.
speaking of that, Turf, I watched my wife, of course, she's a 49er fan. Let it be known.
Yeah.
She watched the old 49er game that when they played the Cowboys before the 49ers went to the Super Bowl and beat the Chargers.
Right.
And I watched it. I sat there and watched a little bit of it, and they fought on every play. They tried to pick it up. They were pushing and shoving. No
Yeah.
flags, nothing. They were pushing,
Huh.
shoving, talking trash. No flags. I said, that happen now these days. There be flags all over the place, ejections.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh man, that's it. That was football.
Yep. I
I
agree.
understand they want player safety, they want
Right.
right here, but still, let them jaw each other, let them push up for a little bit, then go back to playing.
Right.
This is a violent man sport, and well, one man don't want to be pushed, and that's
Mm. I'm starving now. Now I can't even function. This food is taking too long.
Let me see half my ribeye steak I ate. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna send you a picture of it.
Right.
Nah, I was shocked. So
That's my
So
favorite
I'm
cut.
reading this article right now. It just popped up off a Twitter feed for me, about the Raiders and the GM search, and one of the notes in here says one NFL executive speaking to Las Vegas Raiders on Sports Illustrated specifically for this story called the potential of a Tom Brady, Ben Johnson, John Spytek relationship in the desert a dream team. And sitting here today, this is certainly a possibility. Spytek is one of the architects of the Tampa Bay Super Bowl win in 2021. Forget his strong connection with Brady, whom he helped bring to Tampa. The drafting and player development to build a strong foundation before the GOAT even stepped foot in the Panhandle is reason enough to consider Spytek the best assistant general manager in the NFL.
Wow. No, that's not. Now that I think about it, because it was a little odd that people thought Brady wasn't going to win, right? They're like Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Little did we know he was set up.
But Brady went there and told him, "Hey, bring this player in, bring that."
Yeah, he was set up.
Yep, that makes sense now that I've heard that name now, and now that I read that and understand that, Spytek was the one that built that team before Brady got there for sure, and it was just the final piece of the puzzle needed was Brady.
They needed a quarterback,
and he brought Gronk with him too. So not only did he bring himself, he brought a premier tight end down with him too, and they won.
He brought a couple other players too. With he just bring Gronk, but a couple other players, but. I mean, whoever GM they get, they got to get one that does work with the coach. Because unless we not work with the coach,
work with the coach and be hand in hand with the ownership too. Like him and the GM and an owner need to be on the same page. Because if they're not agreeing, or they've got a severe difference in opinions on what to do, you're right back to square one again, and everybody's doing their own thing, and all I care about is stability and just continuity with what's going on with this team, and giving a coach, whoever it is that comes in, give him time. Because I can't keep going through these coach changes and changing shit every year.
Yeah, I know, right?
It gets to be too much.
He's like, now we can sit here and talk about, who's going to coach next year? Right now.
Yeah,
this year.
Exactly.
Can't
get
nothing.
Man, Evans is one hell of a smart football
player. He dropped it and they got it. Washington got the ball. And then he just punched the ground like an idiot. I hope he didn't just break his hand. That was an idiotic thing to do.
You can't win anything if you can't get anything established. You keep changing stuff, man.
Over. This is over.
All right, that sucked.
So the Raiders fan states Ben Johnson rejected Washington. I don't understand why.
Huh? When did we reject Washington? Last year?
I've been going on the chat with L11 about the boxing rankings, Turf. He was asking me, he was asking me who would I have pushed to get, because you and I both agree Haney shouldn't even be on that list. That's
no, absolutely.
So he was saying, well, who would it be? And I said, easy, Boots Enos. Boots Enos is the most deserving guy that's not on the top 10 pound for pound list. It's ridiculous that he's not. The kid is 33-0 with 29 knockouts.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, he's dominated the 147 division. And I know Chris is going to hate me saying this, but I think Terrence Crawford don't really want no piece of Boots Enos, if I'm being honest.
Right.
I think he doesn't want to. I think he doesn't want to fight. And I don't blame him. He doesn't need to. I'm just saying. I don't think he wants a piece of it.
I don't hate you, Angelo. I love you, man. Don't worry about it, man. I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. You know, I've been a boxing fan for years ago, and my boxers, they got their butt kicked. Like Roy Jones got his butt kicked by Tarver. I was upset, but I didn't hate it. But that's the way boxing goes. You know, what's his name? My boy Marvin Hagler gave the fight to Sugar Ray Leonard. I didn't hate it.
I thought Hagler won that fight. A lot of
He
it
did. No, he gave it
Everybody
to him.
thinks that.
Hagler was retiring, and he decided to give. If he's gonna lose, he's gonna lose to Sugar Ray Leonard. So I said,
You know where he's from?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boston.
he's from.
right from you, dude.
Yeah, he's Boston. I know.
Brockton, Massachusetts.
That's the only East Coast person. That's the only person on the East Coast I like besides Jeff. So,
Actually,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
it's an East Coast West Coast thing.
Hagler was close to where you grew up, right, Turf?
Yeah, Brockton, Mass is not far from Windsor, Connecticut.
I'm
Not
closer
at
to
all.
Brockton. I'm about
Yeah, you're definitely way closer.
yeah. I'm roughly just under an hour away from Brockton.
Right, and I'm probably like 2 hours. Not even. Not. I'm tripping. Not even.
Yeah,
Probably
what
about
were you
an
down
hour.
by Hartford, right, Turf?
Yep.
Yeah, Papa Rundown
Windsor, which is
right
closer.
now.
Windsor, which is
Yeah.
closer. I'm 20 minutes from Springfield.
Springfield, Mass.
20 minutes, not even 15, 20 minutes.
Papa Rundown was here right now, Turf. You know this would be a
No, I
lot.
got to get him on the show for a lot of things.
You guys got a boxing channel yet, or you just?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Turf, man. He's the
I
whole
do,
thing.
man.
No,
Knockout
Turf's already
canvas.
got a studio ready. I'm just waiting for his timing.
The knockout canvas.
And then we're.
I
and
got
then
a
we're gonna-
channel. Yeah, I got a channel. Chris. I just haven't promoted it.
He hasn't put it out yet. The whole goal of it, Chris, is so that we can start educating everyone who doesn't know the current state of boxing, so that they know exactly what's happening. Because it's fun. If you just have to understand how to rewire your thinking from 2 years ago. Because in the last 2 years, Chris, boxing has been free. You can watch it on Peacock. In fact, Chris, if you have Peacock,
Wait a minute. It's not free if it was on Peacock because you still got to pay for Peacock. So it's not free.
Hold up, it ain't free.
So wait.
No, you don't need to pay $90 anymore, though. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
Well, that's for a pay-per-view big events. I get those big events like that last Canelo fight, which I'm glad they paid for because it's a waste of money. But I'm talking about it's not free if you got to pay Peacock.
No, but to be honest
or-
with you, though,
Isn't boxing on Netflix now? They're gonna start doing boxing.
no. See, so that's
Yeah, they are.
No, that's
They
the
are.
thing that throws everybody off is so right now, if you really want to watch boxing on and you want to follow it on a global scale. By the way, Terry McLaurin touchdown, everyone.
Yep.
Washington just scored.
Oh man, come on! It's not. I ain't sure yet.
We're still watching the replay from the play before.
Jesus,
Oh, my
spoiler!
bad.
Spoiler
My bad,
alert!
guys.
Now I hate
But
you.
now he's good.
They're just
no,
coming
but,
to the line now.
But
Yeah, I
no,
know. I'm still watching people from last play. Jesus.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was that
That's
far
okay.
ahead.
I don't care.
No, well, we was playing for you, man.
It'd be
We
different
know
if it was a Raiders game. Then I'd be like, shh. We don't care about this.
Yeah,
No,
they
so-
know
so
all
Chris-
signs.
In terms of the state of boxing, if we're talking about like from 2023 to now, if you really want to be like on it, where you're watching it every week and you understand what's happening, then you should subscribe to the Zone, and because the Zone has everyone's rights. They have Top Rank, Matchroom, Queensberry, so all the best fighters in the world are all fighting on that one channel, the Zone. But if you don't want to pay for it, which is fine, my whole thing is I could literally send you every single fight that you missed on YouTube, Chris. That's what I do for Turf because it's free. What?
No, I can.
what-
Okay, let me pause you for a minute. I can watch any boxing match in the world or MMA because I got this box that allows me to do it.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
So I'm not worried about it now because I watched that Canelo fight, his last fight. It was pay-per-view, and I watched it for free. I was like, I wouldn't pay for this, but it's free. I'll watch it.
Right.
All right. So basically, you're just missing the schedule then, because there's been a ton of fights that you've been missing. Then, if you just watch Canelo, because Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. That was in September, and that's the fight that everybody's talking about. 100,000 people, Wembley Stadium. It was a 5-round heavyweight fight. It was Hagler Hearns pace. Did you see that yet, Chris?
I haven't watched any fights lately. I just got my box. I just started watching. I got the box to watch the Raiders because I can't watch it here because I got for that. So I'm still like going through all the things, and I can see I can watch all these fights. So I'm like, okay.
My guy Curtis Douglas enters the building. What's cracking?
Ain't none. Watching this guy go for it too many times on 4th down.
There you go. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm with you, bro. I don't understand it. Didn't I just say the same thing?
It's 9 points. Yeah, but they could have been up earlier. You had 9 points that you left out there already.
Exactly.
You're on the road. Take the points.
Bingo. Kurt, so hey, by
analytics
the way,
goes
Jeff,
out the building.
He lives in Hartford right now. We all born. Yeah, we grew up. Jeff lives in.
Hey, you're right down the road from me.
The Raider fan.
Right up the street from me.
Yeah, I miss HBO Showtime boxing too. Showbox and HBO.
Absolutely.
I miss all that. That's what I always watch. Boxing After Dark, Showbox. I should watch that all the time. I miss it now.
Yeah, I miss
Canelo don't want to see Crawford.
I knew Kurt was gonna say that.
He don't want to see it. He doesn't.
He don't have nothing to win for it.
He might have him outweighted, but Crawford is a technician.
No, yeah. I agree. I think he has a shot at winning, but I don't know. It's if he gets caught in the corner. You know what I mean? Canelo can pop, boy. Canelo got
yeah, but Crawford is
y'all know Crawford's my favorite fighter.
He's the ultimate thinker. He's a technician.
No, I agree. And it's going to take a lot for him to, yeah.
Bebo beat up on Canelo.
He did. Made it look easy too, in my opinion. I think you think the same thing, right? Angela, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just on the text. All right.
Oh.
Multitask.
My bad. I'm on the.
No, it's all good.
No. I'm on the chat with your boy, that Raiders fan, because I told you, Turf. Part of the reason why I keep wanting us to finally do this channel whenever you're ready is because I hate it when everybody keeps saying, "Oh, boxing's dead," and you and I both know that's the most false narrative that anyone knows. Boxing is at an all-time high. The problem is we don't got no good American boxers.
When I said agree to him, Angelo.
But you got to admit, though, for 5 years ago, boxing was dying out. It wasn't as popular.
Okay, and to be fair,
yeah.
Angelo, when I said I agreed with him, it wasn't about boxing dying. It's just that I missed the old days is what I was agreeing with.
You missed the Showtime and HBO boxing. Everybody
I just miss all the old school boxing. Like,
that was, I felt like everybody was
who any of these guys are.
What did you think about the Bucs Enos fight? Did he get robbed or what?
Boots has been winning. Are you talking about who are you talking about?
No, not Boots. What was the Detroit guy that won the whole fight and then they stole it at the end?
I know
he's a younger fighter. He's coming up. He's undefeated.
Are you talking about O'Shaquie Foster?
I think that's who he's talking about.
Okay, so just so that you know, Foster got that rematch and he beat him.
Right. Okay. But they did cheat.
Foster's a champ right now, anyways.
Correct.
Yeah, Crawford's been a champ. You know, he beat the brakes off your boy and gave him back his belts.
Right. No, I agree. He did.
No, I mean, like Turf loves Crawford, and again, he has a point though about Canelo. I don't know if Crawford could beat Canelo at 168. You know, like it's not the same, man. Like when Floyd beat him, Floyd was moving up. Basically, Floyd walks around like 142. He moved up to 52, and then Canelo at the time, who was 21 years old, and he was like physically at a good peak of his career at the time. He was 154. He moved down to 52.
Canelo's gonna be like $180 in that fight.
He gonna get his food. He gonna get his food eaten. If he stand around and wait to counter punch, or if
No,
he just walk in like he
Kurt,
does
I
other
agree
people,
with you on the
he gonna
technician
get
side.
eaten. He
No,
gonna get eaten by Crawford.
No, we agree with that part, but all I'm saying is if Canelo ever does get a chance, that
God,
big
what a run that was.
discrepancy is so wild.
And then
Hey,
the,
that
only
was a
thing,
good run.
the only thing I'll say for you, Curtis, is that like Terrence Crawford, and believe me, both me and Turf, we love Terrence Crawford. Like we rock with Terrence Crawford, so we don't want anyone to chat getting it twisted. Me and Turf.
Oh, okay.
So, like, Terrence
Yeah,
Crawford,
that's my favorite fighter, bro. Yeah, we all think,
we're trying to keep you guys updated in the sense that if you watch Terrence Crawford's last fight, and he fought Israel Madrimov, who is 29 years old, who I even told Turf, I said, this guy's a beast, and no one in America knows who this guy is. But this guy's been killing it in the amateurs for hella years. He's gonna give Crawford a hard time. And when
he did with the weight. He did with the weight when Crawford moved up. He did with the weight.
So that's what I'm. So what?
So
me
now
and Turf
imagine
is
two
saying
more weight classes with Canelo.
Yeah, but to me, he's a more active fighter than Canelo. Canelo's a stalker and like a counter puncher.
Right.
He's not really. If you have a jab, you could keep him off of you.
No, I agree with you on all of that, Kurt, but that's a long time to do that with a dude that weighs $180 plus, and you struggling to keep your weight at 165. He ain't going into that fight 168. Bro. He's going to be
the
like
fact that he's struggling to keep his weight at 165, he needs to come up anyway.
No. That's what he'd be doing for this fight, and he's going to have to. Crawford is going to have to put on some weight for this fight.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not going. He's not like never before.
Like Roy Jones style. He's going to
exactly. Nobody knows how he's going to react to that. Not to say it's bad, good, or indifferent, but we just don't know.
Exactly. And
then
again,
the fact that it might slow him down, all the cardio and everything that he's sharp at, that might go away, and he get caught in the corner with that 180 plus on him. And I'm just telling you that Canelo hit different at 180 plus.
And see, and everything that Turf's bringing up, Curtis, is all facts. It's like we just watched what Crawford did moving up from 47 to 54. He wasn't as sharp. He was thrown off by a younger guy, and the dude could take his punches. So
and
Crawford
again,
ain't gonna have that same pop.
But a less skilled Bebo, Canelo couldn't do nothing with him. He beat the brakes off him.
Less skilled.
Yeah, he's less skilled than Crawford.
Bebo's pound for pound number 5, dude.
You're crazy.
He's one of the best fighters in the world.
So so for one, hold on.
If you ask me, they stole that. The fight that he was on with the Tyson Fury, he was getting beat. That other dude was stalking him and beating him and everything. I thought they stole the fight because he even almost knocked Bebo down in the last round.
What fight is he talking about?
What are you talking about, dude?
What was that was just overseas with all the Arabic people and everything.
Bitterbeef
won
that fight.
Are you talking about Better
talking about Scully's fighter.
You're talking about Better BF?
I felt like he won those last 3-4 rounds.
He did win. Better BF won the fight.
Better BF won the fight, bro.
What are you talking about? Curtis, man.
Oh, okay.
You want to know what's wild? You want to know what's wild? Kurt grew up with Scully, too.
Did he really? All right.
Yeah. Butterbean made a comeback, right?
But Kurt, I know you don't. Kurt, I know you don't know who Angelo is. Angelo is a legend in the sport of boxing, combat sports, the whole nine. He's trained all of them. He's trained with the Mayweathers, the whole nine. He's at a different level. It's at a different
When we do the boxing show, Curtis, you guys will see. It'll be fun because Turf already has.
He's trained all the good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're just we're trying to update everyone so that you guys know. Like Better BF, remember Turf when the fight happened? I had all these fools texting me, telling me the Bebo won, and I kept telling them like, "What are you guys talking about? Better BF won that fight easy." Like it wasn't even,
I agree.
you know,
Yeah.
My pizza here. I'll be right back. Y'all keep kicking it. I'll be right
But
back.
better be.
Maybe I remember the decision wrong, but I thought that he
Be
stole it at the
quiet.
end. But he definitely was getting beat bad by that guy.
No, because yeah, exactly. Because Better Biev, in me and Turf's opinion, he's the best 175-pound fighter in the world. Better Biev is a monster, man. Like he
Angelo,
totally
did you see
beat-
this? Did you see this post in the chat? Thoughts on the Fonfara and Spence fight coming up?
Yeah, no. Let me see. I didn't see that. Who brought it up?
The Raider fan.
Oh, okay. That Raider
The
fan.
Raiders
All
fan.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Turf both have talked about this before. That we don't think Spence is like Spence when he ended up having the car accident has
Right.
not been the same type of fighter. And again, we're not taking away credit from Terrence Crawford beating the hell out of him, but I told Turf he was going to beat the hell out of him. I said Terrence Crawford is going to destroy Errol Spence. It's not even going to be close. And since that fight, Errol Spence is trying to make this comeback for Fundura. The problem is, and again, boxing is now at a point the way everybody used to like it, like in the 80s and the 90s. There's one guy in charge, that's Turki Al-Sheikh in Riyadh. He puts up the best against the best, which is what's happening for the last 2 years. And Fundura, he doesn't want no smoke from the dudes that like are Virgil Ortiz wants to fight Fundura. But then Fundura ducked him. And then Terrence Crawford wanted to fight Fundura. Fundura ducked him. So basically all that's going to happen is Fundura's going to fight Errol Spence just for the money. It's going to mean nothing because both the belts are going to get stripped from Fundura. The WBO, which Fundura kind of has, is going to go to Terrence Crawford. And then the other belt, the IBF, no, it's not the IBF. No, it's just the WBO because he doesn't even have the WBC anymore. The WBC is already being fought on February 22nd between Virgil Ortiz and Israel Madrimov. So basically, the four main names you're going to want to know at 154 is Terrence Crawford, Virgil Ortiz, Murtalazayev. So I don't know if you guys saw this. It was on Amazon for free, Chris. But so do you guys know who Tim Tszyu is? Curtis, do you know who Tim Tszyu is?
No.
Okay, so okay, do you remember a great fighter who was a lightweight by the name of Katsuzu back in the day? Okay,
I know who Katsuzu
so
is.
remember how Katsuzu knocked out Zab Judah and the whole bit, right? Okay, so Katsuzu has a son. The son, his name is Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu, all the way up until 2023, was one of the most dominant, undefeated 154-pound fighters. Then he lost to Fundura in the beginning of 2024. But everybody knows he didn't really lose. It was just one of these weird things that happened with the cut. So anyways, he just had his comeback fight against the IBF champion. The IBF champion is this guy that no one knows about, Chris. This guy's name is Bakram Murtalazayev. Now, the boxing people like me and Turf, we knew who he was. And we're like, that guy's a killer. That dude beat the hell out of Tim Tszyu in Florida in November.
It was bad.
I mean, it was bad. It made it look like Tim Tszyu shouldn't even be ranked. He beat him that bad. So that guy is the current IBF champ, and that guy is the boogeyman of the division. So no one wants to fight that guy. And then you got Sergey Boacek, who just – oh, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
I'm going to cut you off. I love boxing, though. But I got to ask you guys one question. Did anybody hear anything about their changing the playoff format next year? That
Yeah.
They'll go by records? Guys, will make sure. I thought I heard something like that. I wasn't sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to change by records.
They're going to talk about
That's
it.
huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
they talking about like, you know, if you're 12-4, but you're a walkout team, you got to play the division winner who's the 9-7 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that'll full happen, Chris, because the argument's going to become, well, then what's the point of winning a division game?
Well, I don't. And I
get that. I get that. That's one if I heard of it. Because you play all year round to win your division, but your record says you're 10-7. But Then you got to go to somebody else who's also a wildcard team. They're 12-4.
Well, the
You got
other
to go
thing,
to their house.
yeah, the other thing you have to realize too is if the NFL decides on doing it based on record, not on division, then why do we need to play a division team twice a year? There's no point to it. If we're going records, we got to play everybody now.
Well,
now
they
you got
still
to go
get,
across the board.
yeah, they still get, well, that's my thoughts. They still get division, but it says it's not fair for a division winner who won only 9 games. You get the home field advantage against a team who
like
won
right here, what
12
you're saying
games.
tonight with
Well,
Tampa
and
Bay.
it's also not fair for like a team like, that's in a division like, if you're in a division with like the Jets and the Patriots and all of that, that's all guaranteed wins. Like, so you don't really know how good these teams if you're playing these cupcakes every week.
Right.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Buffalo,
They
they're guaranteed,
they
they're
garbage.
guaranteed
So,
6-0 in the division right off the bat.
Yeah.
yeah,
Easy.
like those, like that's free wins. You might as well even play that. You should do the anthem and let them go back in the locker room.
And then you got
Like,
you
that
got the
don't
AFC,
even count.
you got the AFC West. They cannibalize each other. Everybody, well, not this year, but everybody beating each other up in the West. And like, I don't know, they'll keep the divisions. I just say they say it's not fair. Why we gotta go over there? We have, a better record. Because they won the division.
I like the way it is. I like that you have to play for
Yeah.
your division.
I have no problem with it. I just want anybody to hear about it.
Yeah, I like the way that it is now. Like, I think that would be like a disservice to a lot of teams because a lot of teams is like you're playing a sorry schedule the whole way. So if you don't get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have all these easy wins under your belt, it's like compared to a team that may have, back-to-back hard defenses to play and whatever, it's like I think that would be like mess it up. I think.
Well, you got some teams that play division where everybody beat each other up all the time. Like, there's no winning record. Everybody beat each other up, and then you got to go with that. And some teams have an easy ride.
I'm fine with them extending the playoffs too by adding one more team and then put 2 teams on a bye like we used to do.
Yeah,
we did that.
So the number 1 and
that.
number 2 seed get a bye, and the true wild cards and other division winners play each other type of thing.
Yeah,
I'm fine with
I
going
would
back
like
to a 2-team bye.
Yeah,
Right,
I love
yeah.
that
One
idea.
extra team in the playoffs, and that's big.
It used to be like that too.
Yeah, and that's how well because we expanded the overall size of the league by adding teams, and then they reworked everything, so they only rewarded the number 1 seed with the bye week. I think both the 1 and the 2. Like, just for instance, look at the NFC this year. The 1 and 2 teams both get the bye. Well, not the 1 and 2, but Minnesota and Detroit get the bye, but now Minnesota has to go on the road. And not only do they have to go on the road, they were supposed to go to LA, now they got to go to Arizona.
Yeah, I don't see how
And that's
that
the other
happens.
thing I was thinking, how does that work out for the fans? Like the Rams fans, you live in
Right.
LA, you're going to go to the game, like, all right, no big deal. I'm going to wake up in the morning, I'm going to drive 20 minutes down the road, I'm going to the game. Now they got to set up travel plans to go to Arizona. Where I think it might be easier for the Minnesota fans because they're already planning on going to the LA game. All they got to do is switch flights, grab a different hotel. No big deal for them because they're already planning on traveling. So I can't wait to see tomorrow night's game to see what fan base is really going to be popular in that. Is it really going to be a true home game for LA now?
Right.
Well,
Rudy
it should
B.
still
Moore
be
is in the building.
LA is only literally a drive there to Arizona, though. So it should be like, that's what that about 4 hours, 5 hours.
It's about
I don't
7
know.
hours.
I have no
It's
clue.
7 hours.
So we got a question for the panel. Gentlemen, what are y'all thoughts about my Baltimore Ravens versus the Dollar Bills?
Oh yeah, no, we were talking
Hell
about
of
that
a
earlier.
game. Hell of a
That's
game.
earlier.
That's
It
the
is gonna be a
Canelo
game.
Crawford of the AFC.
Yeah, that's gonna be an early like. I would think whoever wins that game should really.
Win the Super Bowl.
But I mean, they technically they should, but Mahomes and them keep pulling out these
They
one-score
keep
games,
figuring
so
it
you never
out.
know what's gonna happen with
They
them.
keep finding a way. Yeah.
Having
Mahomes,
hands
the Chiefs,
with
and the,
with
Mahomes,
the
the
Texans
Chiefs, and the
next year.
refs. It's Mahomes, the Chiefs, and the refs.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Seriously. Well, in all honesty, between Baltimore and Buffalo, the fact that number 1 the game is going to be in Buffalo, I still got to stick with Buffalo on this one. I just can't see Baltimore going up there and winning. I really
Honestly, I picked Baltimore to win the Super Bowl.
Wow, that's bold. That's bold.
I don't think it's bold at all. I mean, it's his
I
time.
picked them to win the Super Bowl. Finally, he got a little bit of help. He ain't got to run around like crazy. You can give the ball to somebody else to run around.
they're more of a complete team this year for sure.
And he's definitely doing a lot more from the pocket. So if he
You
ever
don't know
does
that
really
crazy
start to
stat.
run like the other years, there might be some trouble.
Do you know the crazy stat about the Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl wins?
What's that, Turf?
They've all come exactly 12 years apart, exactly with a quarterback that's exactly 20 years.
Really?
No, he did mention that. We said that Friday night.
Now,
That
right?
I never known. But yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
so
every
maybe
single
this
One of them.
wow. Maybe this is the
So
year.
if fate should have it, they're gonna win this year.
There you
basically.
go. Exactly.
It doesn't work
Even
that
if
way.
they do make it to the
History
Super Bowl, I
repeats
think,
itself.
yeah,
No,
they got a tough
because
task because against Detroit, that's gonna be a hell of a game.
Oh,
Because
Yeah,
because
but
the
I think-
Raiders won. Wait, the Raiders won in '76. Then they won in '80. That's 4 years apart. Then they won '84. So it's 4, 4, 4. And then '88. What happened? Nothing.
I mean, ultimately, I think Detroit is going to kill
Oh.
themselves with this going for it on fourth down thing.
Killing themselves. I agree, Kurt.
It's like, you know,
are you guys caught up already to this?
Oh, yeah, that pass catch, by
No, I'm watching the
seeing
ship
it.
right now. I'm seeing the ship.
when the hell did they get Austin Eckler?
Yeah. Oh,
No, they've had him all year.
They had him for a
They've
while.
had him all year.
Why am I so
oblivious?
oblivious to them having Austin Eckler? That's
No,
why.
The last 4 weeks, Turf, he was on IR
Yeah,
because of an injury. But he's
that
been
was
with
one
them
of
all
the
year.
first. Pretty much one of the first things Harbaugh did was he got rid of the 3 biggest talents on their team. They got rid of both wide receivers and Eckler. Go on.
Well, I see the catch now. Yeah. Wow. Nice.
I don't know if you guys talked about this yet, but
Go ahead.
why did Sarkisian first and goal? Why are you in the shotgun with a toss sweep on second and goal? I would think Texas got a big enough line to try at least 4 times in a row up the middle. Like, come on.
I don't
stop.
know why they didn't trust Kelvin Banks, but there you go.
That
They didn't
is
trust
crazy.
that line.
Like, I don't know what those calls was. First and goal, it should have at least been overtime.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that remind me of the Raiders play caller. What?
Right.
Why are you first to go at the 1 yard line and you in shotgun formation? What the hell?
On the half-yard line, you in shotgun.
Yeah.
We did have a question from the Raiders fan. My bad, I couldn't pull it up. But this is a boxing one. Thoughts on Fundura versus Spence fight?
Oh yeah, no, we answered it.
We talked about it. You talked about it.
Oh,
We
y'all did?
talked
Okay,
about
my bad.
it.
My bad.
Yeah, I posted it. I made sure I got up there.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Man, looks like the Washington Commanders are going to win this, guys.
Yeah.
54
Remember
seconds
5 left
left.
at the
They're
20
in
yard
field
line?
goal
Field
position.
goal range, right?
It
You
ain't
never know.
over
They
till
might
it's
go
over.
for it.
They might go for it.
Yeah, 4th and 10, they're going for it.
Wow. So that changes it. If Washington wins, Washington will play Detroit.
Right.
So the winner of Minnesota and the Rams will play the Eagles. Wow.
It does change things.
And it's in Philly too, right?
It's in Philly. Yeah.
Philly's hosting no matter what.
Well, about
Yeah,
time.
Wow.
All I can say is about time they stopped letting Mike Evans kill this dude. Like, you're doing one-on-one all over the field. It's not working.
All over the place.
He's
He's
killing
murdering them all game.
him.
How's that field goal? How's that field goal kicker? I thought, is he good?
I mean,
Are you talking about Washington's field goal kicker? He's
Yeah.
good enough to make a 20-yarder.
I was
Better
about
be.
to say they're on the 20.
You
I don't
never
know. How
know.
you gotta be.
Yeah,
I know,
you never
right?
I'll tell you
man.
right now, based on how Carlson was during the Chiefs game, if this was us right now,
I
we'd be kicking
see
Right,
what
we be shaking in our boots.
I'll see some strange things, man. You never know. They come in the middle, block that thing, run it back for a 2-point score.
But that's the other thing too is, and we were talking about the Raider people that are going to be gone. I don't know if Carlson will make it too. I think Tom Brady.
Carlson will be back.
Yeah, he'd be there.
back. Him and
He had
Cole,
one
they're
bad game.
good.
He had one bad game.
Yeah, I don't mess with that.
It wasn't like he stuck up the whole season, so you know.
Right.
Yeah, well, you know
Really
what?
only had
I feel
a couple.
bad. I feel bad for you guys because you know you get a new. You gave your coach no type of quarterback, no type of anything, and you still fired him. It's like
Tell
what
him,
do you
Kurt.
do without no players?
Tell him, Kurt.
It's like you didn't even give him a chance. At least give him a quarterback or something. You gave him 3 backups.
No, I'm
Yeah,
fine to
we talked about that. So yeah, he didn't have a shot in hell.
No, I'm starting to firmly believe it was set up from the get-go. I really do.
I do too.
Scapegoat.
Without a doubt.
I do believe he was set up to lose.
Would he leave?
Kurt left.
Oh, he might have dropped
Oh, there
out.
he is.
There he is. He's back.
Dude, I don't want to say this since he jumped on. Dude, you look exactly like oh my God, white Apollo Creed, dude. Seriously, you do. I don't know if anybody's ever said that to you, but man, you look just like Carl Weathers.
I see what you're saying.
He does
When he
this
first
is-
came on, I wanted to say it. I'm like, no, I don't really. I want to let him talk first. I'm like, damn, he looks like Carl Weathers just joined the channel.
Yep,
It's
Carl
like,
Weathers.
seriously, look at him. No, you got to take that as a compliment. I mean, Carl Weathers is Carl Weathers. I mean, is that?
Hell yeah, exactly, right?
You know?
Carl Weathers is the dude. Man, rest in peace.
Plus, he's a former Raider too, so
Yeah, he's former Raider. big
that's
time.
okay in my
yeah.
book too.
He's always at the alumni games, always.
Carl Weathers is awesome. I thought he was a good actor too, to be honest with you.
So, if you pay attention to my video, at the end of it, that's Carl Weathers in the big screen. So if you ever watch my videos,
That's dope.
you know I made my intro and exit.
Yeah.
At the
Oh,
very
now I
end, you'll
gotta
hear
really
me
pay
say,
attention.
"Hey,
Now
yo,
I
Rocky."
gotta
You'll
see
hear
it.
me
I-
scream. You'll hear me scream and say, "Hey, yo, Rocky," and you'll see him doing this in the picture. And to tell you the truth, that was the last time that was the last time, and then he passed away. Like,
No shit.
Wow.
yeah, and I had no clue that it was even there until I looked, and I was like, "Oh my god, I actually got this moment."
Man, this kid is different. Jaden Daniels. Damn, this kid is different.
Don't say nothing. Come on, let me see.
Nah, he said, "Don't say nothing."
Wow.
We all know what's going on. Messed up the audio.
I'm telling you, man. We should have traded for this kid.
Ah,
Damn.
we wanted to. Why do people
We
keep
could.
saying that like we
I know.
didn't try?
Like we didn't
I
try.
hate that. Now that I hate. I'm not gonna
Not
lie. I
giving up.
hate that.
That
Because,
big
bro,
Washington
we
was
gave
not-
everything in the kitchen sink. They said no. I hate that we say that. Because
They were
that's
not
not
giving it
true.
up.
We tried. Nobody was getting this dude, man. I keep telling you.
Nah.
Could have
I
traded
knew
with
they
the
weren't going
Bears.
to trade
Kurt.
for this guy. I knew nobody
We
was
didn't have
letting
enough to
this
trade
guy.
for him.
The
No,
first
we
two
could have
teams,
gave
they
them
were
5 first rounders. They wasn't
were not
trading
moving.
for this kid, man.
Neither one of those teams are moving.
Well,
No.
and you know what you said about the Bears is like honestly, they should have kept Fields. You just basically started over with a whole nother
Exactly.
rookie.
It didn't make any sense
If
to
you was
go
gonna
get
get-
Caleb Williams.
If you was gonna get those receivers and whatever, you should have got them for Fields.
There you
You
go.
just started over. And,
Started
you know,
over.
You went and at least try to get him some weapons. You never got Fields no weapon. You was like run for your life the whole time.
Correct.
There was no upgrade when they went from Fields to Caleb Williams at all. I mean, it was almost the same exact effect. You
I
know,
agree.
and your coach got fired halfway through the season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How does that help your rookie quarterback?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. That messes
No.
his psyche up. His psyche's all messed up now.
Well, he got to stop painting his nails too.
Yo, don't get me started with that.
They're
Yo,
gonna,
don't get me started with that.
they're gonna take this clock all the way down to like 5 seconds.
My man said he gotta stop paying his
Well, you know the story is
I,
that his
I got
mom.
a whole, bro. I have a whole. Oh god,
You know the story
Looks
that
like,
gonna get me
looks like the
canceled.
mom's on
Redskins are
them
moving
shots.
on.
you gonna get me canceled, bro? Don't get me started on this.
Here you go, guys. Here you go. Zane Gonzalez. Zane Gonzalez,
kicking
2
his
for
life.
2, making
are
the
kicking
kick
him.
of his life.
You are kicking a rookie.
Isn't he a rookie
quarterback
too, this
through.
kid?
I don't know if he's a rookie,
Oh,
but I know he's 2 for 2. Wow.
They icing him, right?
Crazy.
Well, if they get out of this
They
game,
can't.
I
They
hope
can't ice
the
him. They got
next
no
game-
timeouts.
If they get out of this game, I hope the next game he take the points in the red zone.
I know, exactly. I agree, Kurt.
This
The
could
This
be
game
an
should have been an
easier
easy game. Should have been an
next
easy
game,
game. They should have been up by 6.
Yeah, at least 6.
The next game, Chris, he's going to Detroit, so I don't know if they're going to have the chance.
Oh, well, that's going to be the battle with 4th down then.
The battle we just ain't punting ever.
Oh! Oh, man! Oh!
Look at
You guys see it yet?
No. Tell me he missed it.
I will wait till you guys see it.
He missed
They
it.
haven't even. He's just still like. All right. They're getting ready to
Don't tell
snap
me
it in a
this.
second.
No,
Oh, he made it, but it went off the it went off the upright.
Oh, it bounced in. Told you. Anything can happen.
Oh, okay. A win is a win.
I told you.
Man, that guy.
It was a half inch away from not going in, so yeah, you never know.
He doinked it.
It's not
Oh.
over until it's over.
First
Damn.
playoff win since 05.
Oh, there goes my pick. I said Tampa Bay was going to be a sneaky team this year. Well, not now. That's it.
Well,
They're
they put-
done.
They
They put
snuck
hell of a game,
themselves out.
Yeah.
They blew it, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
That's big. That's big.
Hey, I'm telling you, Turf, the team of destiny, man. They got the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
They got, it's like every time, dude. I don't know.
What you saying, Ravens and Redskins?
Hey, that would be crazy, right?
Yeah, really,
Hey,
right?
the young Lamar versus the old Lamar.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. That'd be nice.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
To be like
Well,
the
that
DC.
makes the interview with Liam Cohen a lot easier for Tom Brady. He's one of the coaches we're going to interview is the OC.
Think about it. It'll be the I-95 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Will be,
Yep.
So now tell
So
me this.
question from-
Once Tom Brady start making all these decisions, is he still going to be calling games?
I
how does
don't
that
know,
work?
man.
wow.
I don't
We don't know.
But I would hate. I mean, is he really going to turn down? It's like
What's up, Barney?
500 million or something like that.
Mhm.
They're giving him 500 million to be a commentator. So what
Oh,
is he-
yeah.
I know he got some I guess he has a lot of stipulations in his contract with the networks. He can say things, he can't do that. And he can't actually do a Raider game ever. As long as he's the owner.
So we
Yeah,
got a
who's
question
that
from
defense?
Arnie.
Yeah, who's
Who's
our
our
defensive MVP?
MVP for the
Yeah.
Raiders this season?
Who's our what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear mine.
Who's
Defensive
our
MVP.
defensive MVP
For
for
the
the Raiders
Raiders?
this season?
defensive MVP? Like who played the best?
I mean,
in
it's
our
going to be the
defense?
person that got put to the Pro Bowl. Who made the Pro Bowl?
Oh yeah.
Still
Who
like
made the
him?
Pro Bowl?
Did Spillane
Spillane.
make it?
No, Spillane did not
Uh-huh.
make the Pro Bowl.
He did? Who made the Pro Bowl?
Oh
No.
wow.
I
What is the
didn't.
Pro Bowl
Max
like? A
Crosby.
flag football
Max,
game
Max,
now?
Max is
What
the
is
only
it?
other Pro Bowler on the team. It's him and Bowers.
So there you have
Wow.
it.
Because they're playing flag.
It's-
They're playing flag football for the Pro Bowl. Like, what the hell's going on with
No,
this?
I know. I hate that. It doesn't
Right,
mean what it
football.
used to be.
Yeah,
It's
though. I
not-
mean, they used to go to Hawaii, man.
yeah, just bring it back to Hawaii and get back to playing real football instead of this flag crap. I hate
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is
Boring.
the owners don't want their boys to get hurt. That's all it is. No.
Right.
Oh, then they should have done something years ago, like when Charles Woodson blew out what's his name's knee from the Patriots.
Right.
Was it Leonard, the running back,
Yeah.
that rookie? Kid never
Yeah, that
was
was bad.
never was the same after that.
Yeah, that was bad.
So a couple of messages I couldn't put up from L11, rest in peace, Carl Weathers. So shout out to that. Yep. And then Arnie. Garza, salute, Jeff. New England Raiders is the truth. Yep. Yeah, we got some great games. I don't know though. That Chiefs Texans game, I'm not so sure of that.
I'm still gonna take the Texans regardless. So.
Yeah,
Well,
so
I
you
mean-
never know, man. You never know. I mean,
I ain't picking the game home. Y'all
When, what's
I done
the-
learned my lesson. I don't know about
Not in the
y'all.
first round. Not in the first
Exactly. I
round.
learned my
No,
lesson.
no.
I ain't doing
Not
that.
after the bye.
Y'all on your own with that
I don't know. Man.
one. Whoa.
I still say Texans got a good shot because they play against the Chargers at the end.
Right.
I mean, they look pretty good.
They do,
Their
but I think the
defense-
only way Mahomes loses is in the conference championship. I don't think he loses in the first.
I agree.
After the bye.
I mean, I don't think so either, but a boy.
Well, I
can
know.
dream, right?
I don't think so either, but I'm just hoping. I'm wishing. I have my hopium going right now.
Well, I'm praying to the football gods that the Chiefs lose.
Yeah. We lost two of our divisions. They're out of it. You hear me, Charger fans? Not in the chat, now, White?
Except for today. So every game so far this week, and I've been on the money except for the Tampa Bay game just now.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for my Charger fans to get in the chat. Come on, blowing it up Friday.
Chargers.
Yeah, blowing it up Friday.
Not a single one of them showed up last night.
None.
Wow, we got another question.
Friday
Vikings, Rams predictions. I got the Vikings all day.
Justin Herbert was throwing it up for grabs.
I gotta go with the Vikings.
I don't know, Turf, because the Rams beat them already. And
I understand that, but now it's when it matters.
Yeah, that's regular season. This is playoffs.
They really don't even have true. And again, they're not playing in their true home field too. So I think that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, they're playing in Arizona.
Yeah, it's complete neutral territory, neutral site. Well, again, that's why I said I'm curious to see who's going to be the biggest fan base there. Who's going to have the most voice in there?
Right, it's going to be tough, right?
Because that's huge. That people don't realize how big that is.
Everybody has to travel. Yeah.
Rams.
When you're on defense.
Okay, so I live LA all my life, and I lived all my life. They are a Rams fan, but it's not as many as you think it is. It's not really a big, giant fan base because once the Rams left here and went to
St.
Louis, they lost a lot of their faithful. So they have a big fan base, but it's not that big. A lot of teams switched over to other teams. And plus, LA is
on the side of his face where he got cut. That whole cheekbone is just swollen right out. He must have really got popped.
So I don't think the Rams. I don't know if the Rams are going to show up or not. Especially it's going right now in LA. A lot of things, a lot of families is going on, so they might not be there.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah,
Angel, do you see his face there?
Yeah, no, I think
he just
it
got
looks
out
like
of
a boxing match. Yeah.
Hey, you got busted up, huh?
Yeah, he got
Where's the
popped.
cut, man?
I don't know how he got that because he had the helmet. So I don't know when.
The only thing I could think of is when he landed face first, the helmet kind of might have come loose and he got hit with the side of the face mask.
I got sucker punched under the pile.
Old school style.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Turf, in your new vertical way of doing things, how are you able to share a video?
Easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just wondering because we got to share a bunch of boxing videos.
Of course.
You don't get in trouble for it as long as there's no sound, right?
Remember we tried that and got shut down immediately.
They said one of the guys said Marcus Williams not playing for the Ravens. It's a healthy scratch.
Who?
Marcus Williams not playing for the Ravens. It's a healthy scratch.
Oh, yeah, I don't know that.
I'm not sure.
It's a safety. Safety Marcus Williams.
Oh, here it is.
Oh.
You see it? It's in the chat. It says a healthy scratch.
Well, if they defense keep playing the way it's been playing for the last 4 or 5 games of the season, I think that they should be able to beat the Bills.
Bills are tough, man. Bills are tough.
Yeah, they're in Buffalo too.
Ani just said the tomorrow night's game should have been in Vegas. I said that yesterday too. I agree. I don't know why.
That would have been awesome.
Plus it's a little bit more centralized, I guess. Arizona. I mean, the Vikings don't have to travel as far.
Well, it's the most cost effective too.
Well, yeah, that too, I guess. But
Arizona is not going to be
cheap. Would you rather go to Vegas than Arizona?
It's not going to be cheap either.
You think Mark Davis? You think Mark Davis won a playoff game that his team's not in?
Exactly.
He already think he had a Super Bowl.
Already had the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
He's gonna make the money. That's how you got to look at it. Just the concessions alone.
Some things are more important than money. I'm kidding. That's a lie.
Disgracing the stadium. Yeah, I agree.
That's a
I'm with
lie.
you. I'm with you, Chris. Some things
Hey,
ain't
well,
working.
at least if you look at it this way, at least somebody will be playing in your stadium.
You ain't right, dog.
Thank you, Kirk. One chicken.
My bad.
Super
My
Bowl was in
absolutely
Vegas
right.
and we weren't there.
Hey, he a Cowboy fan, so he don't
Yeah,
get to talk too much either.
Nah, I can't talk, but
Oh
I've
wait,
been
you a
feeling the
Cowboy
pain
fan?
for a while, so I'm used to it.
Uh-oh.
But you're a Cowboys fan. I got a question for you then.
There you go. Let me hear it.
Who are you looking for in your draft for your first pick? Who would you want?
Want Ashton Gentry. Just say it.
Well, I would like to get a running back, Ashton Gentry, because then
I know it.
Dude,
Because
we
then-
just say that.
Because then you can stop Dak from trying to be the hero and, check it down a little bit, take the ball out of his hand. Because it's like, to me, it's like when you play your backups, you coach a smart game. When you play Dak, you're like, go throw it all around to everybody, and he makes bad decisions.
Well, guess
That's
what? Do you like Genty? Because I got a deal for you.
Yeah, right. Trade up.
Want to hear this deal?
Yeah,
What
You want
would it be?
You want
Jeff? What's
Genty?
the deal?
We'll give you the 6th pick, so Jerry Jones is guaranteed he's going to get Genty. We'll take your pick, and you give us Micah Parsons. How's that work?
Ooh.
We're not gonna do that. We need some. Really, we need interior linemen to go with Micah, because if we could get anybody could stop the run, we'll be all right.
We'll give y'all. Oh.
Then how about this then? Number one, Micah doesn't want to be there supposedly, so that could be an easy out for you guys to get rid of him. All right, so it's not Micah. We'll still trade picks with you, but we'll take CeeDee Lamb instead. How's that work for you?
Nah. Well, if that's the case, I mean, I'm not. I got to think on that one. Micah.
So
Micah
you're saying
needs
there's
to
a
stay off
chance
of
on
his-
that one then, right?
He needs to stay off of his podcast because he talk like Jerry Jones. He needs to still stop talking and just play. And then I think if we could get some interior linemen to slow down that run game up the middle, then we might be all right. But I mean, we have outside rushers, but we got nobody who could check a tight end. Like the tight ends are running loose on 3rd and 18, 3rd and 20. They running loose. I'd rather them be in 3rd and 4.
Well, we can give you the 6th pick. We'll take Micah Parsons, and then you can draft Abdul Carter, and it solves your interior lineman issue possibly. Or you
who's that from Penn State?
replacement for Micah Parsons.
The only thing about that is the rookies. All these rookies is like, you look really impressive in college, but you got to remember you're still playing kids.
True.
You're not playing nobody.
Bingo.
Until you show it in the next level, it's like there's no guaranteed rookie that's gonna take over to anything. Like there's not that strong of a draft class where I'm like one rookie is gonna come in and dominate.
Unless you're
All right,
back.
then I guess we'll stick with our 6th pick. Then hopefully you guys still get something.
Hey,
So
I'd rather take
You
a
can't give me a deal.
seasoned vet and,
I'm gonna make a
and,
deal
and a
you
good
watch.
running back. Like when we had Emmett, we need a running back like that. Could carry the ball a lot. Let Dak work on the play action.
To your defense, I mean, you had probably one of the best offensive lines this NFL
Yeah,
has
the
ever
best.
ever witnessed in life.
Best of his lineman days. I
I'm
hate
sorry, I like
Dallas.
Smith. I think he's a great player, but if you put him in Detroit and put Barry down in Dallas, Emmitt Smith ain't having the same type of career that Barry did in Detroit.
Yeah, I like Dallas, but I gotta admit that offensive line was the best offensive line
I've never seen an offensive line like
That
that.
was crazy.
Best ever.
So all right, I got another offer for you. Let's see what you think about this one. This is fun. I'm glad that he's a Cowboys fan because this is really good. So how about you give us your 1st round pick this year, 1st round pick next year, we give you Max Crosby. Would you take that to play opposite of Micah Parsons?
No, because
What?
I wouldn't, because I don't really think we need an outside rusher. We need interior line, and we need a running game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold on, Jeff. Hold on. How about we give you Christian Wilkins for your pick right now?
Ooh.
You just give us the number 12. We'll give you Christian Wilkins and his
Wow.
Oh, you know what? I'm just not sold on anybody that's a Raider.
I don't blame you, bro.
You just come from a bad culture. That's like me getting somebody from Cleveland or something. You get somebody from the Jets.
Wow,
You gonna bring bad habits with you. It look good on paper, but you bringing all your bad habits. I don't know about that.
He just put the knife in our back and twisted it, man.
He only played like 4 games before he got hurt, so you have to base his career on what he did in Miami. You can't really judge it based on us and our inability of keeping good players. You'd have to base that on his Miami career because, again, he only played a couple of games for us before he hurt himself. So let's take the Christian Wilkins from the Miami time, even though he's a Raider right now, but he hasn't played for us yet.
How about we keep everybody and you just take our coach?
You said take the coach.
No,
you don't want that, dude.
No, we're good.
Nah.
You don't want that, dude.
All right, we'll stick with our pick. You stick with yours. It was a nice chat. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you contacting us about that.
Hey, look. Jeff, Brave Waiter said, we'll give you Gardner Minshew and a Civics for Michael Parsons.
Yeah, we'll send you a package deal. His center and the quarterback, they go together.
Here you go. Okay, no, I'll give you one that's fair. That's not going to be funny.
Well, you could give Dak his mustache, but we don't want Gardner. We'll take the mustache, though. We'll just leave. You know?
I was going to say, how about if we gave you Gardner Minshew and you just give us Trey Lance?
Hey. You can have him. You can have him.
Yeah, I figured he would give that up.
You could definitely have him.
I mean, we'll give you Gardner Minshew for a ham sandwich. I don't care. You can have him.
Right.
You send up some barbecue ribs, we'll take them too. He can go real cheap.
We'll throw in Tyree Wilson. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this all kinds of comedy. All right, well, gentlemen, I gotta get out of here. I got 2 boys. I gotta get prepared. We all got school and stuff in the morning. Mama ain't here. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, you guys, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, this has been a fire show. Hey, Kurt, we gotta do more, bro. We gotta do more. Your punchlines. You got some punchlines.
Yeah, jump in.
But I mean, that's
the rapport is awesome. I love it.
I've been trying to tell the truth. How long have I been trying to get you to hop on?
No, definitely. You know, I'm always
just to my credit, I've been trying to get this man on, and y'all already heard a few of the punch. I'm telling you.
The only thing I want to ask before you and Chris and Kurt, before you guys go, is if you could please Google search and catch up on your 2024 boxing so that the next time you come on.
I promise you, I'll do my homework tomorrow night. I'm busy tonight. I got other things to do. I'll do my homework tomorrow night, and I have it for you Wednesday, Teach.
Okay. All right.
I definitely will. Yes.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, this was a blast, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, wait a minute. Angelo, what's upcoming fights coming up right now? What's a good one?
Okay, so the ones that just happened, if you want to catch up on
upcoming. No, I won't catch up. I want to see.
All right, so two cards already happened. The next big one is going to be Inoue in Japan. Yes. He's fighting. Also, though, on the same week in Las Vegas, you're going to see Pacheco fighting. And then the big one that everybody's looking forward to is David Benavidez versus David Morrell in Las Vegas on February 1st. So, but again, guys, like it's weekly. You got to if you're caught up on it, you're basically like you're seeing all the pound for pounds fighting right now.
I'm definitely gonna make sure I'm caught up. But are we catching up on? Am I supposed to be looking at UFC also? Are you looking at that?
No. I mean, you can, but me and Trev are going to talk a lot more about boxing because UFC honestly is easier to follow because it's pretty much like thrown at your face in the United States, right? But boxing is something that there's a lot of us, especially our generation, that love boxing. The problem is you're not educated as to how and where you're supposed to be watching it. And again, in all honesty, the fact that Boots Enos isn't even on the pound for pound number 10, that's crazy. Because he is the number one reason why American public will start watching boxing. If you guys don't know who Jerron Boots Enos is right now,
I know he is.
I know he is.
I seen the fight. I thought like, sheesh.
I mean, I just want you to imagine the idea that if you were a Roy Jones Jr. fan, and I was, right, and Turf was, like Roy Jones Jr., he was the boxing culture for the United States for a long time. He was Superman. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Once he beat TNT, Tony, he was the man.
Yes.
Yeah. So now I want you to think about this, Curtis. Jerron Boots Enos right now already has 33 wins with 29 knockouts. He's already that good. All right. Crawford don't want to fight him. I know you hate me saying that, but this is true. Crawford don't want no peace.
It's a no-win situation. It's a no-win situation.
I get it. Okay, Boots Enos is only 27 years old. He's the same height as Roy Jones Jr., and he fights at 147. He's going to unify 147, and then he's going to go up to 154, unify that. Then he's going to go up to 160 and unify that. Like, this is your next superstar. This is the guy you watch. He's from Philly. He's fought twice in Philly now, and he sold out that stadium. This is the real deal, guys. Like, this is the guy.
I seen him fight. I knew who Boots Enos is. I seen him fight. So, but like I said, it's all about that name recognition. Who's on the big TV? Who's on the big pay-per-view? That's all it is. He's not out there. They don't put him out there like they did Crawford and all that stuff. So once he gets his name out there, if he beats Crawford, he's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, no, the next fight for Crawford that everybody's talking about as of this weekend is Canelo. It's Canelo, Crawford, and they're trying to make it for Cinco de Mayo. Yep. And then, but the whole Benavidez thing is kind of a monkey wrench to it because Benavidez will fight Morrell at 175 February 1st. The winner of that is supposed to fight the winner of Beterbiev versus Bivol, the rematch.
Oh,
which is Curtis.
He said Butterbeer.
Butterbeer made a comeback.
I think I'm going to have to ask Scully exactly how to pronounce it because I've heard Beterbiev and I've heard Beterbiev.
Beterbiev. So, I call him Beterbiev.
Beterbiev, right?
I'll ask Scully.
I still like Butterbeer.
And then Chris, the big one that everybody's like waiting for, it's kind of like the first Super Bowl of the boxing world this year is on February 22nd. There's going to be a 7-fight card. In the 7 fights, all right, every single one is a main event. So let me just go down some of the names. The main event is the rematch between Bivol and Beterbiev for 175, right? The co-main event is Schofield against Shakur Stevenson, right? That 135. That's for the WBC title. The card right before that is Virgil Ortiz versus Adramov, right? The fight before that is Zhilei Zhang, the heavyweight who knocked out Wilder, against Agit Kabayel. Like, it's like bang, bang, bang.
It's a dope card.
Oh, and then Daniel Dubois is also fighting on that card against Joseph Parker for the IBF heavyweight. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. So when football is over, after February 9th, I want everyone paying attention to boxing.
Yep, we'll be there.
Our season's over, so yeah, I guess we could now.
All right.
Talking about the draft and free agents.
All right, guys.
And all that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be talking about all that. You already know the mock drafts and about to be.
Hey, Turf, can I just say one real quick thing before we blast out of here?
Yeah.
Anybody, again, just if you're in the LA area, just be careful out there, please. I know it's been up and down as far as the intensity of these fires. I know they just reported additional deaths, so the death toll is rising. So when they tell you to get out, get out. All right, evacuate. You can't replace life. Get the hell out of there when they tell you to.
No call me this shit. All right, gentlemen. Until next time. Peace.
Let's go, baby.
silver and black. Talk about the game, so I'll be handing out cards and everything. I'll be at every Raider game. So.